with Mickie, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. bang, bang, bang.
Jehovah.
in line. I know. Let me sing. I'm next in line for my blessings. Tell somebody. I'm next in line. I know. Oh Lord.
Bang, 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 bang,
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Water you turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lennox Smith, I see you up and running early.
Into the darkness you shine.
But meanwhile, I'm trying to get in contact with Mickie too.
Out of the ashes we
You get you though.
There's no one like you. Not like you.
Yes, indeed, my friend. I thought when necessity arises, because necessity is the mother of invention, and while normally I may not be up at this time to be on the program, but up doing background work, I have to because of the necessity of the situation. So yes, I am. I've tried to get in contact as well. I left a message as well.
Nice.
So let's see how that manifests itself.
But now we starting off again. I just want to hear some of the headlines that I'll be
Yes.
very curious. You know, we go into it a little bit. Very curious about some of those headliners.
Oh,
What's
yes,
trending?
yes,
Well,
yes,
we know
indeed.
yesterday what was trending is the whole dragon dance again. And,
Oh yes, indeed.
what's trending today?
Well,
The return of Kamala Pasabi Sessa?
yes, of course. That has been the situation when she was in opposition, and she's now at center stage. Now that she is prime minister, so I don't know what next. Maybe if she is exalted to a higher plane and a higher position, I think that Trinidad and Tobago will still be fascinated by this woman who has been able to capture the national spotlight over and over, and of course with increasing what I consider to be intensity and the potential for Trinidad and Tobago. That's a conclusion any ordinary observer will have to conclude. But that being as it may, I did say yesterday in my assessment of the situation vis-a-vis the Dragon deal, as well as the reinstatement of the OFAC license, that it was very curious and uncharacteristic to have the silence of the Venezuelans. And I took the opportunity, in fact, to find out what is the situation and the feel of the people in Venezuela, both in terms of the opposition and in terms of the government. As far as the government is concerned, it's very straightforward. They are still waiting, even though, of course, some of the government-focused media houses in Venezuela are saying that they are concerned and are making, I think, lighter than one would have expected the whole issue of the crosstalk and the bellicose language, the aggressive language that was taking place, as I would like to say, across the Gulf of Paria, between Caracas, of course, and Port of Spain. So I thought this very, very, very interesting. So the Venezuelan, clearly Maduro.
So what I want to find out, did Maduro and Venezuela respond to that?
No, that's the point. No, none of them.
Right, when
Delcy
the
Rodriguez
honorable
is responsible for for energy in Venezuela, and she has not responded, even though she was at a forum yesterday in Venezuela to talk. Well, had the opportunity to talk about it and did not. And of course, Maduro himself is also silent on the matter, at least up until the time that I would have, of course, looked at the situation uh, from that angle, from that perspective. The opposition is saying, however, that they are they are pleased that the deal will include, of course, no major benefit to the Maduro or the Venezuelan government. And that is about it as far as I could glean. But of course, there are people out there who are much more knowledgeable than I am, and maybe paying greater attention than what I have been able to glean. And I will expect that as the line opens, and of course the line is open now as well, so they can of course make their input, because I know they will be raring so to do.
Yeah, but what I also want to find out, what I also want to find out while I'm looking to see if I can get the those 1% papers to hear what's their headliners, where we don't know the main headliners. Yesterday was the Dragon Dance again, or if it go. But did the Honorable Prime Minister had any press conference? Because I think yesterday she came back, or is today she coming back?
I have no specific information on that, except of course that the opposition did take the opportunity in her absence to have a press conference yesterday.
But do you have that video? Do you have that video of the opposition's press conference based on that Dragon Gas deal? That would be very important.
Yes, but I don't have it at hand, but I don't think it's difficult to get.
Send it for your partner.
Yes, I will. I certainly will.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So that is where that is. Of course, Alexander and the AG to visit military detention centers, I suppose, is as a result of the request by detainees as to challenging their detention order under, of course, still under the state of emergency that was instituted by this administration to avoid or to avert untoward developments associated with members of the protective services and officials of the judiciary, among other things. So that I'm sure that would have been as a result of the concern about with respect to that tribunal that is supposed to be in place to appeal any such decision by the executive. So Alexander's presence, I suppose, is more than the visit may be more than what I would have assessed. Judge urges Nike Puma to donate, not destroy, bootleg footwear. Your favorite judge, Andy?
Right, Justice Frank Sipasan.
Yes, indeed. But I want to also say, I don't know if it is peremptory or it is beforehand, but I think the judgment was made yesterday, and it was a recommendation. I want to say that I'm sure it was as a result of a proposal that I sent to both parties, indicating that instead of destroying the footwear themselves, find a way to destroy the labels, and in that way, poor people. And we said that we have the storage facility. I think it's about 8,000 pairs upstairs of our facility on George Street. I did send a proposal, and the parties on both sides, I sent to both sides, and I will not be surprised if that had triggered, of course, the decision of the judge to say, do not destroy the footwear. It could be donated to persons who, once, of course, Puma represented and Nike are satisfied that the destruction of the labels of the of the items that is stating that these footwear are in fact Nike, sorry, or Puma. So I'll be talking to the principals this morning, DB Fashions, who I have been having some since last 2 weeks and leading up to this matter yesterday, because they asked me to, they told me that things would not have happened as yet with respect to that, but certainly the decision took place yesterday. I am checking my email this morning to see whether or not they tried to contact me yesterday, or they may well do it this morning.
What is about you? What is about you organize and ask for those things, or what? And those Nikes is what? Those Nikes.
Let me tell you. A local fashion company imported something like 8,000 pairs of slipper and shoes and so on, purporting, saying that they were Nike, they had Nike brands on it and Puma brands, and I think another important famous brand, and it turned out to be fake. So the representative of Nike and Puma took the matter to court, and the important company, at tremendous expense already, agreed that of course the items were fake. They were not Mickie. There were no original Mickeys and there were no original Pumas. I, listening and watching and of course reading about the matter, I thought, well, listen, because the idea was to destroy the items all entirely, burn them, bury them, shred them, as the case may be. And I thought that would have been a waste. And so I wrote it to the parties, the lawyers for Puma and Mickie, as well as the company that imported the matter, and they said, well, listen, this sounds like a good idea, and maybe, and the lawyer for the defendants, that is to say DB Fashion, contacted me and asked me to put it in writing, of course, and put all the verification for the organization that would be represented. I see that, of course, in the judgment itself and the recommendation of the court, clearly it was triggered by that kind of presentation, saying that the judge is saying that it would be better served to provide charity organizations with these items. So those were actual words that I would have used in my proposal to them. So I'm very, very appreciative. I may be preemptory because they may have gotten others in the meantime to also make similar overtures, but I doubt it very much, because prior to that, the idea was to just destroy the items and done with that. But I'm saying that there are people, indigent poor people in East Port of Spain, Lavatil, and so on, that could, of course, use a free pair of slipper. Of course, once both sides are satisfied that the labels have been mutilated or destroyed or disfigured from the items. So I thought, I should mention that, even though, of course, I have not gotten a formal response as yet from the parties, but having regard to what is in the papers and having regard to what obviously transpired yesterday, clearly that was a consideration that the judge looked at, because it must have been proposed by the parties. And once we can satisfy that we can mutilate or destroy the labels on the items, and the items remain, of course, usable, then it should be donated to charities, etc., which, of course, seem to be the direction of the judge in making his final decision on this matter. All right. Anything else?
Nice.
Yes.
Understood.
Yeah.
By the meanwhile, because I'm trying to contact to get a Discord, because we have a very important interview this morning, one time, to start off the program. And again, it's based on that whole Dragon Gas deal issue. And again, is about we being able to translate what it is being said by the government of of Venezuela, and all those various things. Somebody that is all up in that, which is Mr. Arima. So we'll be interviewing Mr. Arima in a little bit, but I am calling down at this point in time Mickie's phone for we just to get that thing up and running. We need to get that thing up and running because I want to be involved in that interview, and I also want you to be involved in that interview. Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is the normal number. The WhatsApp voice notes. Send your WhatsApp voice notes to 366-3053, a normal original numbers. The WhatsApp voice notes 366-3053, but your WhatsApp calls will be at a 326-4450. 326-4450. So please send your WhatsApp. If you have to make a WhatsApp call, it will be the number, the new number that we gave you. But your WhatsApp voice notes, send it at your original WhatsApp number.
That is clear.
Nice.
Other matters in the meantime making the news.
Like
Exposed
what?
to Trinidad and Tobago, Venezuela relations can be repaired. So there are those who are saying that it can be repaired. But of course,
so experts get involved. Experts get involved. Who's the experts that get involved there and saying that? Because again, assure that the experts get involved, Lennox Smith, based on this new OPEC deal that were licensed that have been renewed, right? So I'm sure that nice. Let's not let me get you on the. Thanks very much, my brother Mickie.
Yeah, but in the meantime, of course, the experts, well, of course, international relations expert Dr. Anthony Gonzalez says the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela can be repaired despite a recent back and forth between leaders of both nations. He spoke to Newsday, well, of course, the Newsday article on October 1st, which was yesterday. Yesterday, after the announcement of the US's support to approve relevant licenses in cross-border energy, namely the Dragon gas project in Venezuela. So, of course, and these are his words. They are quoting him now. I think the Venezuelans would be a bit annoyed by what was said about giving the US a base here in the event of an attack on Guyana.
And remember, that was the discussion there with everyone yesterday. That was my discussion that while you was optimistic and saying that come like a lifeline, Kingsley and all show that whole thing too, that come like a lifeline and all those years things, I was still curious saying that Venezuelan president and the Venezuelan government is so much like Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and the PNM and Penny Beckles, Penny that don't worth a cent, Stuart Young and all of them, Marvin Gonzalez, all of them, they're very petty and very vindictive. And whether they have a mindset that they can see and have the last say, if they have the last say in saving Trinidad and Tobago again, with Kamala Persad being the Prime Minister, and them have a say in for something to happen, good, because it will let Kamala Persad look good, because it is the woman talk about she will give them the base if Venezuela is to attack Guyana, them people and them will rather see Trinidad and Tobago sink, not get through, than to that's why I tell you, your optimism that I was not agreeing with, than to really and truly give that blessings.
That, my friend, is a view. But just like Dr. Rowley, Maduro is a consummate survivor, and therefore he would prefer to enter that situation, even though it would have benefited Trinidad and Tobago, to save his regime. That's the point. It's survival here. So it's not that they like or they suddenly turn around and like Trinidad and Tobago. It's nothing different to when Rowley send back, of course, some 80 Venezuelans on a military plane, and then, of course, all of the world, the OAS and the UN organization responsible for refugee took a turn on him. Then, of course, he decided to open up the border because he felt offended. He felt that of course Trinidad and Tobago was not looking good, was looking as a barbaric society, and that is why he opened up the whole thing and create of course inadvertently the chaos that is today. Open up the whole system, have people registered willy-nilly, helter-skelter, not checking their background, etc. And today, of course, we are reeling from the crime and criminality that is being perpetrated too frequently for any morsel of for anybody concerned or everybody concerned that are perpetrating the some of the crime and criminality that is now plaguing Trinidad and Tobago. So it is about their own interests, and it's always for some selfish reason. That is why I made the point. It's not that I don't know how let's say steadfast they are, or how determined these people are at the risk of their own people. But in this particular case, he must be contemplating survival of himself and of course his administration.
I am at this point in time really laughing at this woman that tracking me so long, but I cannot like her at all because I don't know if she's a man or a woman, but because of the name I will still say this woman. She said, who could be more petty, and I'm sure you don't know who's that woman already. Patricia Reed said, who can be more petty than because remember I said the PNM real petty. This could be something that could save you. They might could have a little influence to bring to run all to the negotiating table and get help now, get this thing locked off for the sake of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, with all that money that they borrow, all that money that they wasted, all that mismanagement, and leave this country in a mess. That is why Patricia Reed, that is why always saying they are petty. That is why you say, look how the UNC treats CPEP and URP. Forestries too. That's because of the state that the PNM leaves CPEP, URP, and forestries, my sister. Okay? Right. Someone else here said, send the Venezuelans to Motley and to Ralph and Motley. Which is Barbados to Barbados and St. Vincent, because remember them love the whole bacchanal thing. Now let me hear Chambers say here. Good morning, Andy. You hear about the lady who on her life because of a bad gas? Oh boy, explode. You hear about any explosion with any kind of
yeah, there was a tank, one of those
gas tank? Cylinder?
Yes, that exploded, and I think
which one that was?
The relevant agency accepted with at least acknowledgement.
When that was in Trinidad yesterday, or that is something?
Yeah, it might have been during the course.
3 days ago.
Of the week, yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Let me try to
find it. Yeah, find it by time. Please don't forget to send the PNM interview for me, please. It's very important. After, because I don't believe that the Honorable Prime Minister had any interview yet since she come back. And only if she had any, you all send it for me, please. It's very important. But meanwhile, before because we'll go to that interview there now with Mr. Arima. So we'll try to figure out what's up. Paul, good morning. Jason, Chanja, good morning. Angela, Angeli Swa, good morning. Matilda Rhodes, good morning to you. Davy, Zabrangani, good morning. Audrey, Rolly, a pleasant good morning to you. Michael, Samantha, good morning to you. Do that, good morning. Jacqueline Sammy, a pleasant good morning to you. Patricia Reed, good morning. Gemma, good morning to you. Survivor, Nigel, good morning to you. Mary, good morning to you. Dan Alexander, pleasant good morning to you. Sensible, Sharma, good morning. Vanessa Daniel, D'Souza, good morning to you. Linda, good morning. Good morning to each and every one of you that are locked on. For those of you that have in call your name, so you can send that WhatsApp. Yeah, don't forget to send your WhatsApp voice notes to my number 366-3053. The normal voice notes only. No calls at that number. The calls will be at the WhatsApp number that we give you. The new one, the director one, which is at 236-4450. 236-4450. 326, in fact, call it 3, 326-4450. Marilyn Cicharan, a pleasant good morning to you. Tommy, good morning. Tony Jail, Tony, good morning to you. Sugdir, Adoki, a pleasant good morning to you. BVR, Johnny, good morning. Darren Daniel, my brother, a pleasant good morning to you. Paul, LP, Grace, Anthony Medfords, Anne Brown here. Jaro, Joel Mohan, Zareda, Mickie Thunderboom, how you going? Damian, Acton, Vincent, Anthony, hey Mubarak, a pleasant good morning to you. Grace Smith, Ramsarup, good morning to you. Balrup, a pleasant good morning. Richard Tamaraj, a pleasant good morning to you. Atali Kato, good morning. Echo of Horrors, good morning. Anne-Marie Amin, a pleasant good morning to you. Just School. Rick, good morning. Maria Kalicharan, a pleasant good morning to you. Haraj Singh, a good morning. Vido, good morning to you. That's a Samaru. Hey, Tom Ford, a pleasant good morning. Tower. Yo, don't forget to share. Let everybody know. Devin Doon, good morning to you. Davin Doon, good morning. Narish, a pleasant good morning to you. Sensible, I tell you morning already. Mohan, I tell you morning already. Geeta, Trincia, Leon Charles, Rupert, Lal that is, Dindial Ramdas, a pleasant good morning to you. Angela, Yang Ping, Yam Hip, in fact, that's Black Chinese. Sherian, a pleasant good morning to you. Sherian, Lalu, good morning. Lachman, a pleasant good morning to you. Cindy Mohan, good morning. Sammy, good morning to you. Sammy, Rosali. The Hulk, rah. Nice. Radika, good morning. Whether it be Ann Moon Sammy, whether it be Anderson Wilson on the beat whether it be Kingsley. Brother Caronage. Demoris Husley, Tabakit, Miss Brooklyn, Miss Lorna, Miss Lawrence, I knew for Miss Lawrence a long time. Mentor, pleasant good morning. RJ, good morning to you. Janelle, good morning. What it be Mohan brothers? Darrell Mohan, Denver Mohan, Philip, Pingala Mohan, a big Mohan family boy. Whoa. Sylvester, pleasant good morning to you. Lucky Lal. Nice, I believe I covered everybody, eh? Who I forget, just send a message on WhatsApp. It's good to be with you all, not for the whole period. Roseman, Ram Gulam, good morning, Michael George. Abraham, what's up, my brother? Right, I didn't miss out nobody, eh? I'm gonna just peep that WhatsApp quick and see, yes, who was missed, because we need to get down to business. I want to give you all the numbers so familiar yourself. We'll be locking off at 9 o'clock anyhow. Rachin, good morning to you. That's Mr. Orlando. Oh, would I forget Mr. Ramnarine and Akash Ramnarine. Good morning to you all. The whole of the Canadian clip. A big Canadian clip lock on. Whether it be New York, Washington too. Miami. A big Miami clip, eh? What we go say? Pastor John, a pleasant good morning to you. Yes, Nicholas, Irish, Ramnarine, my brother from another mother, Ontario, Canada, in the house, Toronto. I tell you, Father, I love him still. And tell him don't give me trouble. Tell him come, I am well, and he don't want to be responsible for setting up the Pitbull pressure and he getting any illness. Yeah. Tell your father, Mr. Ramnarine, that don't let the Pitbull end up in illness because he's digging horrors. And that next trap too, will be driving the truck and wouldn't damn take off the engine. And in Michigan. And man, I agree with Kamala Basad. Donald Trump, Ivan Felix, a pleasant good morning, Jason. Carmen, good morning. He ain't like Donald Trump, but he believe in Donald Trump when he come into Kamala. I wonder what Kenrick is saying now. I wonder if Kenrick and that next one too hook up. I think it was Kenrick and Rajan supposed to hook up. Orlando can't hook up, not Orlando, but I know that this next Barapo. I hear from him in a thing there. Barapo, it's about number 4 to call Mr. Barapo. I know he and Barapo hook up. Hey, Miss Mammy Rodbrook, good morning to you, Miss Central. Miss La Hocketa, Mr. La Hocketa, Mr. Tunapuna. I miss each and every one of you guys. It is very hard. I think I'll recover faster. Kieran, Kalicharan, good morning to you. I think it'll be harder. I start to feel better since after yesterday, more better. I think that y'all is Mexican. Yeah, Lennox, man, you could smile or laugh. I find like I'm getting a revive. I ain't gonna lie, man. Mr. Gobin, I'm gonna forget Dr. Gobin. Dr. Gobin, don't vex with me neither, yeah? Because you'll be responsible for him not being where I'll get back sick. Don't do that at all to the Pitbull. I call out all the people names that this get trouble, eh? So all I will know that the rest of the people will hold you all responsible for setting up the Pitbull pressure. Let me just say what? Because if the PNM people listen, they will say, oh, like he under treatment for this or that or the other. The Pitbull is very good. My treatment right now is you, the great folks on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube, Corridor Transformation, The Ground Report. To you, Timothy Roberts, my brother. Yes, I'll go easy. Good morning to you, my brother. How would I forget A and 8 doubles and Roti, Noel Brown, Gita Brown, their daughter Cedia, son-in-law Kevon, grandchild Kaylee, Kylie or Kaylee. Oh God. What we gonna say? The next person I called long time was Ravi.
With
Ravi.
Exploded tank, eh?
Yeah, you find it alright. Ravi, aka Postman.com, Kavika, all of you. It have been long. A lot of you, it have been long. What about COP? Yeah, Mr. COP. That is our next one, you know. Kunji. And this next one, KFC. As we say KFC. Ole who they song like? Ole tell me who they song like, Ole. Tell me who they song like. Tell me who they song like. I know Ole will let me know who they songing like. Yes, Ole go clear the air for the Pitbull, man. Tell me who they songing like, Ole.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Andy, speedy recovery, I get better. You jump out in the jug and go back and blow. And if you just miss, today's the 1st October, you know? Just now it's budget. And
Lennox, I want to play one more. Tell me where you find that song in like, is some man playing the disguising, they say, the dragon can dance again, and the Pitbull jump out. They say, hey, just now it's budget. Today's the 1st, that was yesterday. Remember all of them, everybody saying, wait for the budget, wait for the budget. So I believe that have activists that have what's made them patiently waiting for that budget to see what is the situation of those. Wait for the budget, wait for the budget. So let me listen once more. All you to get involved. Tell me who all you find that song in like. Who all you find that song in like? Because it come from a strange number. It didn't come from the number that I know they send messages with. Listen all you, listen again, listen. Tell me who all you find that song in like.
good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. And you
Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. Let me get it from my next one. Listen.
good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. And the speedy recovery, you get better. You jump out in the jug and go back and blow. And if you just miss, today's the 1st October, you know? Just now it's budget. And
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Nice. Before we take that in the field, let me just play one or two voice. So they quick, Lennox Smith. Watch it. Listen.
good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. And you have a big interview with PNM Arima, boy. She could talk Spanish, she understands the geopolitics. But she's a ring down PNM. Watch her shit. And speedy recovery, boy. Oh, Lennox. You ain't call me back, boy. What's going on? Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Bang, 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 bang.
Andy, good morning. Good morning. Nice to hear your voice again. What a beautiful morning on a rainy morning in Orlando. Andy, I keep saying, our Prime Minister, when she speaks, no man knows. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Andy, I heard I saw a little clipping of a man, I don't know if that is about be gone, but I don't know whether investigate camera closed. I wonder if they did dig a little deeper and investigate the underwear too and the bra and everything. You need watching the skirt and the dress, the slipper too. They did investigate all that. I realized the CNN have a set of pants in hand. They're looking at the investigative one too. Why they investigate man too? Right? And I don't have much to say. I just like to listen. Talk to you later. Right?
Bang, 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 bang.
Nice. Oh boy. Let's get on to business.
Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
bang, bang,
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Before we go to that interview, Lennox Smith, you found that very, very important article on that. So all of us have to be very careful. Watch our gas tanks, those gas tanks and them. Very important. So give me that story there. So all of us will be watching for those gas tanks.
If your neighbor's house is on fire, you throw water on yours. And of course, the analogy or the lesson here or the moral of the story is be very, very careful with your own situation. Woman injured in gas tank explosion dies. That is the name of the article. And it continues. Rakesh George never thought
Oh boy, she dead, boy. She dead too? She dead too?
Yeah, she died. Yeah, she died.
Oh,
her name is Raya George, who died weeks after being hospitalized for injuries she suffered when a leaking gas tank exploded in her kitchen. So there's a picture of her, beautiful woman, and indeed, of course, a shame that life.
Which one? You know that picture, boy? What article? What could find it? What could publish picture?
In today's Guardian.
All right, I'm going to check it and see.
Yes. So maybe you could put it up and so we get an appreciation and maybe impact on the need to be careful. I don't know how more careful you could be having regard to the circumstances. But a leaking tank, I suppose some people may put it on not knowing that it is leaking. The gas itself, while of course there is a stench that will come sometimes, it may be hidden in, of course, in all of the different odors that may be in the kitchen. You know, maybe peeling onions and so on, and that is that gas is masked. So it's very, very tragic. But let's go. As I said, Rakesh George never thought the stories he heard about leaking domestic gas tanks would one day become his own tragedy. Now, after losing his wife, so this is the husband clearly, supermarket supervisor, Raya George.
Oh, so your husband is a supermarket supervisor?
Yeah, that's right, yes.
But how the story?
She is a supermarket.
Oh, she's a supermarket supervisor. Yeah. But how that story went? They tell us, well, she was in the kitchen cooking. Do you have that story for us? What the family, the account of that incident that now took the innocent life of that supervisor, grocery supervisor?
Yeah. No, I have not read this story before, so I'm reading it live and and in time. I wasn't familiar with the details of it except to know that it occurred. But now that I'm reading it, it's much more what I consider to be traumatic than the overall indications. Weeks after suffering burns during an explosion in their kitchen, he wants the gas company to take responsibility. 47-year-old Raya had been warded at the San Fernando General Hospital since the incident, and on Saturday passed away around 11 a.m. Recalling the fateful, so we get an idea now. Recalling the fateful day in August. He said that around 5 a.m. his wife woke up to prepare lunch for them to take to work. They both worked at MS Food City Supermarket. He recalled that when they went to bed that night, they did not detect any gas leak from the tank. So you see what's happening there. However, he said that morning she smelled gas in the kitchen. So people, I mean, that is developing to be a real human tragedy, and maybe if she was a bit more alert, maybe a life would have been saved.
Yo, but I wonder if it is Lennox Smith that she smelled the gas that time it didn't blow up yet, and like she went and put on a light or something.
Listen what
Go
she
ahead,
said.
go ahead, go ahead. Let's hear, let's hear. So Trinidad and Tobago, just on Lennox, Trinidad and Tobago, listen, so you all will know what not to do if you all home and you all smelling gas. So you will have an idea what not to do and what to do very fast. Go ahead, Lennox Smith, because I don't want to know. Go ahead.
This, and the article is quoting him now, the husband. She plugged out the tank from underneath and fixed back the gas head. So she put back the gas head. There was a cloth on it. The gas man say, anytime you have that problem, take out the rubber and flip it over.
Oh God! I hear about that one when the rubber going bad to pull off the rubber
Flip
with
it
a
over.
knife
Yeah.
and then flip it over and push it back on.
Yeah. And we put that back, not knowing the gas already leaked. So when so when she scratch and light, boom.
Oh God! But when you hear she scratch and light so quick so far.
Boom. Well, she did what was she assumed would have been the.
So she take off the rubber and flip it. So she take off the rubber and flip it.
Yeah.
Right, but
Yeah.
she had to wait for the
But-
gas
but-
fumes to dissipate in the air.
Yeah.
She
So
should have
that's the mistake,
waited.
people. When your neighbor's house is on fire, wet yours. So be careful.
She was to open the windows and doors of the house. Put on a fan. If she have a fan. But don't light no fire unless you stop smell that gas, boy.
Yes. That is the lesson. That is the big lesson. this
Because of her
morning.
life.
Yes. To save a life, you know what you must not do and what you should do. George, who was in bed, rushed to the kitchen. So he's saying, I pulled she out and my sister-in-law came. We run the hose. We put ice water on her.
Oh God, that's our next big mistake. Don't ever throw, remember there's always if it burns, don't throw no water, don't use no toothpaste, don't use no flour, don't if it burns, don't do nothing like that.
Yes. Everything was peeling and coming out.
Oh Jesus
They
Christ.
gave me a liquid to pour on her hand. Wow.
No.
Yeah, boy. We don't know what the liquid is, but certainly it wasn't flour.
Hey.
Yeah.
Remember we can kill she because what that is do, it is keep the heat. It is keep the heat in. Remember you need something now that will draw the heat out.
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah. I mean, it's just tragic reading the article itself. Right? They gave me a liquid to pour on her hand. He said she was conscious when the ambulance left with her. He said that the PVC ceiling, electrical wiring, curtain, cupboard doors,
Way.
windows,
Wow.
and sink were damaged by the force and heat of the explosion. George said his wife spent 5 days in a coma in the intensive care unit. Yeah, then she was transferred to the burns unit. She was in a right state of mind and everything. Her wounds were healing.
Wait, so she was
Around-
talking everything?
Yes, it appears because he's saying that she was in a right state of mind and everything. So that means things were apparently looking good on the surface, on the outside, clearly.
Look, somebody says she's just supposed to be placed under running water. Somebody say it's just to be placed under running water. Well, I don't know, but somebody must be able to actually have that experience and will be able to tell us what we do with a burn victim. See, or let us know.
And I'm sure that there are nurses and firemen and people in that emergency area of operation would be able to call in and tell us what should be done in such circumstances to at least save a life. We have not been able to do this one, but this should be a telling lesson. That is why the cliche or the maxim, when your neighbor's house is on fire, you throw water on yours.
Yeah, but Roger Maraj, you're wrong. You saying Colgate. As sure I heard with burn people, don't use Colgate because I hear about that. No flour, I hear about that. Some people put grease and all them kind of bacchanal thing. I hear about all them thing. No. Don't advise somebody that. Somebody please, Lennox Smith, Google that by the time.
All right.
What you're supposed to think with a burn victim. So because let me just go through this and move on to other topic.
Well, let me just
finish the reading. Finish the reading by the time.
Just this paragraph. Her wounds were healing. Her chest and lungs cleared up. She spent about 3 weeks in the burns ward. Then it got more serious, and they moved her to a different ICU. While he is awaiting an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death, the widower believes it could have been an infection. He has not formally reported the explosion to National Petroleum Company marketing company, but hopes the company will see the media reports and do something about it. Well, I saw somewhere where, of course, the company did acknowledge what commitment that they would make to such a situation, having regard to the product has emanated from them. That is their business, to provide these cylinders safe. Well, of course, we will see what transpires. Let me see what happens or what should happen in a situation where someone is burnt. Yes.
Oh Lord.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Go ahead by the time caller. Pleasant good morning to you. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the Ground Report?
Good morning. This is Diego Martin inside. Professor Andy and Assistant Professor Smithy and Mickie K, where you all are. I want to bring to the attention of listeners, and I don't want to promote another station, but I have to do it. There was a very, very good interview yesterday on CNC3 with a businessman who is a Guyanese, and he is into telecommunication, subsea, everything. His name is Mike Singh. And I think that interview with him, with JW, everybody in Trinidad and Tobago should listen to that to understand where CARICOM leaders are with respect to what is going on. And he made a particular reference, and it is really, really instructive, about Mia Motley and Ralph Gonzalez. He likened them to Victor Quislin. Victor Quislin, it was a Norwegian politician who sold out to the Nazi Remember when Germany invaded Norway? He was the defense minister of Norway and he sold out. And what he said Gonzalez and Motley was complicit in the St. Vincent Accord. And they threw Irfan Ali basically under the bus. So they stranglehold him. And he said they basically are self-serving. And he likened them to traitors, just like Vindong Quisling. So people should listen to that interview where he said, our prime minister has conviction, courage, and coherence. Of all the leaders, she is the strongest in the region, and she's standing up for her country. What he said about Gonzalez and Mia Motley is that they're not interested in democracy. They're supporting a regime who has lost 10 million people, who people are basically suffering, who are fleeing Venezuela, and they're supporting an illegitimate government. And it's interesting, people should see a totally different perspective. Everybody putting Gonzalez and Motley on a pedestal, but from his point of view, with respect to Guyana and its relationship with the rest of CARICOM and Trinidad, has to be rethink. Remember, we sold out Petrotin to buy oil and petrol from Jamaica. Why we did that? Because Petro-Carib was a deal to sink Trinidad and Tobago. And people have to understand that. Take that in the pipe and smoke it. Go and have a nice morning.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox
It seems
Smith.
as though warm water or cool water is the immediate response in terms of
warm water or cold water.
Cool, CWL, not cold.
Not cold, cool.
They put in the article here, not cold. I'm reading from the article, for your injuries, you should immediately get to a safe place and remove any contaminated clothing while under cool, not cold water to treat burns. And there's another part that I think is interesting. It says, of course, in case of massive exposure, remove contaminated clothing while showering, with warm water. Eye contact, well, of course, if there is, immediately flush eyes thoroughly with warm water. Again, warm water seems to be the name of the game, for at least 15 minutes. So that is the application. So not flour, not rice, not Colgate, etc. But get some warm water. Depending on the circumstance, there may not be warm water. I suppose water at room temperature, but certainly not cold water. No, you don't go in the deep freeze or the fridge and take out that water, but certainly I suspect they mean water at room temperature. All right, so that's the preliminary and the first aid information that you would have gotten. So you could only get it on the ground report. Of course, we pride ourselves being very thorough, particularly in circumstances where
So
people.
let me say pleasant good morning to Moon Sami. She said they put it on that tap and let the water run. Let the water run it.
Yeah.
Right. So
that will be room temperature water. Yeah.
Nice. So that story is finished there. That story is finished. So while we one time never organized to go to that interview there, because I'm watching the headliners in the Guardian. The Guardian is saying Venezuela not bidding on dragon gas, eh? Wait, let's know.
I think it's the same article I referred to earlier, and you would see that it is the news reporters are speaking.
Oh, it's the news
Not-
reporter speaking.
Yeah. Not officials, not Maduro, not Delcy Rodriguez. Even though it is uncharacteristic, because normally, they would retort immediately. But I'm sure that they're weighing their options as I have indicated earlier.
Nice. Right, let me make this call.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, a pleasant good morning to you, Mr. Arima.
Good morning, Mr. Andy.
Yes. And we also have your good friend who loves
Mickie.
Trump.
Lennox.
Yes, Lennox, your good friend. You know, when it comes to geopolitics and Venezuela,
Right.
Lennox Smith
Yes.
loves Venezuela as much as you love Venezuela. But we take this
Exactly.
morning, Mr. Arima, to have an interview with you based on that whole situation there with our godly Prime Minister turning around the whole FACAC deal where the license is there again. Now it's up to Venezuela. My brother Lennox Smith is very optimistic that Maduro will come to the table, that Delcy, all of them will come to the table. He's optimistic of that. He said that it's a good situation there because Maduro them will get the opportunity now to at least, because they would have loved to talk to Kamala, they would have loved to talk to Trump, they would have loved to have some kind of dialogue going on, but that could open dialogue between United States number one ally, because Kamala Prasad says Trinidad and Tobago, in watching now, it looked like this country is the number one ally when it comes to fight against the narcotics. Yeah,
Narcotics.
the narcotics
Narcotic trade, yeah.
trade
And
that Maduro have a 50,000 bounty on his head because the
50
Americans say he is
50
the
million.
leader. 50 million. But they say, well, this man Maduro is the leader of all. He's the king pim in the narcotics down on this side down here. So, but saying that, my perception of all of this is that our commanding chief, although our commanding chief is really the president, but I want to salute Kamala Prasad Bisesa as the commanding chief of Trinidad and Tobago, and not the PNM blight witch president that we had here, that kangaroo. No. Our commanding chief talk in a very big way. Fire with full force. If you attack Guyana, we're gonna have this grounds as staging grounds to fight you for our CARICOM brother or big sister or little sister Guyana. Well, you know how that all of that go, and I believe, and we heard Delcy Rodriguez talk, we heard Maduro and all answer, and talking about the little with our commanding chief who saying she drunk and all that sort of stupid talk for big man, like they ain't no cojones, like somebody extract their balls out of their balls bag. I could say that. I was glad when I find ways to describe things drastic without that playing the game involved with the Kunumunu self. Yeah, that can't tell me nothing for calling them Kunumunu neither. Yeah. I believe that the Maduro regime is petty, like Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and them. I believe because of the crosstalk that Maduro and them would not want to go back into talks with Kamala Prasad Bisesa and Trinidad and Tobago. I believe that Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young and the opposition could play an influential role and should play an influential role based on their relationship with Maduro, but they would not, because they're just like Basdio Pandey and people that continue to hold people with bad mind. They had a vengeance that whether to save Trinidad and Tobago, because token might help Kamala Prasad Bisesa close up the dragon deal, them will rather the dragon to dead, Trinidad to suffer, nothing to happen. But I also believe that was already spoken on, of which you're supposed to know, whereby Nicolas Maduro, when it is, because the Americans make it clear that Venezuela must not benefit majorly from that deal. Meaning Trinidad and Tobago must be the major beneficiary to that. But I think I can recall, as my mind has served me, that Maduro did answer to that already while they was there, and while the Americans say they could give them aid and this and that, and whatever, Maduro said, no, they want money. Or else it had no deal and all those various things. So I want to hear from you. Right? What's your thoughts? What have been saying, because you know Spanish too. What have been saying out there in Venezuela since Monday to now? What's your thoughts? Are Maduro, your Maduro? Are your Maduro a petty man? Are your Maduro, do he have testicular fortitudes or breasticular fortitudes? I believe he have breasticular fortitudes like Stuart Young, because remember, Stuart is Rowley's boyfriend. Yeah, everybody's our friends.
Yeah, well, good morning to the panel. Good morning to everybody. And the first thing, I have nothing against America. I have nothing against I'm a supporter of the UNC and so on, right? That I first I want to put on anything here, but I'm a logical person, a person who have a good idea of certain histories around the world, who it is, do different things and so on, right? And we have to know the history of what America does do when they want to overthrow governments, when they want to overthrow certain people. They don't come with all these different things on narco this and narco that, like what they do Libya, right, and other countries, right? Right. Kamala is seeking Trinidad and Tobago interests. I don't want to get too much and I don't want to speak too long. Kamala is seeking Trinidad and Tobago interests, which is well and good, right? But the thing about it, as I was saying all the time, right? Hush your blasted mouth. She should have done that all the time. Because I personally, because I just watch things and it was happening to me. If it would happen to me, if I would accept that. You cussing me and saying all that about me, now you want to come at me because bully America tell you that yes, they could get things, but imagine that. Why if we were
but before you continue, but before you continue, to be fair to the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad too, and with logic, because you know I like logic. I'm a man of real common sense, real street sense.
I don't believe so, but I hear you.
Right, hear what? Yes. If she didn't do such, I believe that fact deal license went a thing. I believe the talking out and showing that she's the number one supporter that actually make her even more number one supporter of America than even Guyana, because everything is Kamala and when you're watching the whole thing with this whole build up of the war in this region here, is all you're hearing is America, Venezuela, and Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad Bisesa. So I believe it's that talk, that hard talk, that this is what soften up the grounds with Marco Rubio and Donald Trump and all of them. I believe that. You see what you talked about, she should have just hush. If she'd have just hush, I don't think that that red carpet, that opening that she got with and she have right now, that power that she have right now wouldn't have been there. That's my belief. But you go ahead. I just want to make sure I make that clear. Lennox Smith first. Wait first. Lennox Smith, do you agree with my analogy?
I want to tell you that analysis.
My analysis. Thanks so much.
That's it. Let the caller continue. Go to the top of the class. Go to the top of the class. Very good. Well done.
Okay, go ahead.
Andy. I hear what you say and I agree with what you say concerning that. You understand that she did that, but I don't agree with certain things in that, because you have to understand that, remember, if you don't side with them, right, they will bully you. Then they will have to do that. Who knows, you better go to hand and say, you better do this or do that, otherwise we wouldn't do this and we wouldn't do that. So there's a negotiation going on there with Marco Rubio, because in Venezuela we just call it Marco Rubio because of his history with his family, with drugs and so on. So he want to clean up certain things, certain narcotics. So what he's saying, because you have to understand the history of Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is a descendant of Cuba, right? He left his family, he left Cuba and so on so many years ago in the 50s and so on. And they went and he was over there he was born in Miami and so on. Right? But he has a hate for Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Because and when you hear his speeches, when he's talking, guys follow these people. I don't listen to him because he's a total idiot in my book. And for lots of Venezuelan people, right? That when you listen to his speeches, anytime he's speaking in anywhere, he will always say, the communist government of Russia and the communist government of China. So he just pushes that narrative there one time. He's showing you that. That's when he's speaking in his parliament where he have in the States. Right? It's nothing about bullyism. The bully taxes what America customs doing. The countries for you to, subdue to them. That if you want this, you have to get that, which is, is business. Right? And all I just saying is Kamala just falling into it because of the benefit Trinidad and Tobago to benefit. Right? So she just bending down. Okay, once you benefit, I don't really care. You could say Maduro is a narco or whatever you want. I will side with you because I benefited from it, which I find is wrong. But if she wants to go that way, well, so be it. But the thing about it, Maduro now, after she said all kind of things about Maduro and the narco this and the narco that, and Roberts for years saying the same thing, right? He would take he would listen and he would say, well, you see that I can't deal with that because who's America? Use that sovereign country Trinidad and Tobago. You're supposed to deal with me on a one-on-one. Why we have to go to America for the OFAC and so on to grant us license and so on? We're supposed to be one-on-one and so on. But Trinidad now is a puppet country to America now. She just exposed it. Why be that? This is a puppet country where America say we have to just do. Right? Well, Trinidad still stand up and say like how Myanmar, like how Myanmar and they handling it. We're not getting involved. And you still have good relations with them, with America.
You said you like how Mia Motley and Ralph Gonzalez and all of them are handling it. Do you believe that Penny Beckles, Penny that don't worth a cent, do you believe that she should be charged for treason in Trinidad and Tobago, put in Woodford Square, and be beaten with a cattle nine or a bull pistol till she tutu and vomit, and then must be placed in jail down Chetron Barracks, down on the islands, and be locked up there naked with honey on her body, and ants, big head ants must be biting her all over for going to America and hugging up Ralph and all these people that you talking about to show treachery because Kamala in power against their country and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. At the end of the day, Ralph and them is St. Vincent's. Motley is Barbados. Trinidad and Tobago is Kamala. What's your thoughts on Penny? Move there and going there to embarrass our country.
Well, I don't see that. Well, first thing, I don't follow Penny and them at all. And this situation taking place in Venezuela, to be honest with you, this thing what's taking place in Venezuela right now, I don't follow Kamala these days. Because I'm damn annoyed about it. I support you and I support her. But this thing I'm trying to get myself disassociated with it, what taking place in Venezuela.
Yeah, but we go tell we go be on the report and tell we you disassociate yourself with the mother of the nation, Kamala Persad.
No, I disassociate myself with this subject concerning what taking because I'm a supporter. I vote for Maduro. I support Kamala, right? So right now you come like you're disgruntled, but you just don't want to. I didn't watch nothing what Kamala saying.
Wait. But wait, I like you see the saying in Trinidad and Tobago talk this bring talk. Where you support Kamala in Trinidad because you say you could vote in Trinidad, but you say you vote for Maduro? Where I mean you vote for Maduro? How could you vote for Maduro?
I support Maduro. When we have elections, we vote in the embassy for who we want.
So you're a Venezuelan citizen?
A dual citizen. I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago too.
I thought you could have just said Spanish, talk Spanish because you have a Venezuelan wife. Some Spanish woman.
No.
Oh, so it's a Venezuelan.
Yes. So as I tell you, I support Maduro.
That's why Miss Arima don't like you at all because she don't like Venezuelans.
No, she don't like me at all. See, listen to me, I will discuss things with people who have all my age level and who was born in the 60s, 70s. They will have a greater understanding of what took place in Venezuela, what's taking place in Venezuela.
Oh, so you are saying, well, in technical words, you're saying Miss Arima is a clown, a fool.
No, I'm not. I don't listen to her. I don't hear her because very rarely I listen to her program because as I listen to you all off 104.7 and so on. I used to listen to you all already. I don't really have data on my phone to be listening. So when I'm home, I would take her and listen and so on. I will listen. You understand? So I don't really hear her for years. I didn't hear her at all. Right? But she will have her views. I will have mine just like you will have yours. And all these videos and all the different things I would send to you, apparently it doesn't really take heed and
No, I just be reading it. No. I just be listening to your videos and them. That is why it is I call you. All right. Yeah. So what? All right. So you don't want no part. All right. So just let the people of Trinidad and Tobago knowing that you're the dual citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. And yes, you know Spanish, you can speak it, and plus you know it very well, obviously. Have the Venezuelan government in any way in you tracking back to your country, your next country, since Monday with Kamala Prasad Bisesa and this OPEC licensing's being opened back, have they mentioned anything at all, or have the news across there mentioned anything at all on that? Even if it is the government did not reply?
Well, that only happened yesterday.
Let me say morning to Naz Ali. Naz Ali, a pleasant good morning to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that OPEC thing I think is only happening yesterday. So I think nothing major came out because I was listening to the Minister of Defense in Venezuela yesterday, Deodel Cabello. He just have a program on Wednesdays. I was listening to it by enough falling asleep. So he didn't talk anything about Trinidad and this OFAC and all these license and all these different things because as I tell you again, right, Venezuela, they always say we're a sovereign country, right? We have to go to America. All who want to go to America do that's them business. What we do in their record countries, right? So they have this kind of thing that they don't have to go through no third country to deal with business. And we want to have a one-on-one, not through OFAC. And the OFAC had to grant to Trinidad the thing for them to get through with Venezuela, but Venezuela not dealing with that. They're dealing on a one-on-one basis because we are a sovereign country, just as Trinidad was a sovereign country, but they give their sovereignty to the states now. Right? As I said, I don't have a problem with America. Trinidad want to side with America for their own benefit here, right? But it should be a little more, cool, quiet, and so on, because they have interest in Venezuela too, because the same situation here. If Kamala didn't really talk out so much, who know, Maduro might have said, but yes, we'll deal with them and so on. It's like how Rowley was. I don't support PNM, neither Rowley, neither none of them. But the thing about it, I like to be logical and real is
right. So your logic and your realness at this point in time, Mr. Arima, who is a dual citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela, your realness is because the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa talk tough and you just wanted her to shut up, that you think that any kind of negotiations or talk with your next country, with your motherland, Venezuela, that it would not have no discussions because how could you sit down and talk or have discussions or negotiate with somebody that was just cussing you, buffing you up, inviting people
it takes time to heal. Yes, exactly. It takes time to heal for that to happen. Now, I would wish hope it happened, but you have to remember too that Kamala and Robert was talking. He was a fallacious about from never since Spock time when he was there. I don't listen to nothing he said again because you see these people have it wrong. I just tell you. You see, because they listen to the American narrative news. Right? What they just use always, and people have to understand that to bomb countries, they're going to Iraq, Iran, wherever it is, right? And they still, for old people like Lennox and yourself and so on, they still listen to what these people. I just want it come like this. You fool me, right? You keep on fooling, and you fool other people and so on. And then, like what happened in these days in Israel, concerning with Qatar, right? Where they bomb up. They said nobody ain't coming, and then they bomb up the people country, and them is alliance to America. So they don't really care. You understand? You know about that situation? Andy?
The other situation?
No, the situation with how they bomb the people from the Houthis and them in Qatar who went to negotiate with Trump and all who was involved in that, saying, well, yes, we could negotiate, and then when the people country, they bomb up Israel, bomb Qatar.
All right. Well, we don't know
so
all of that.
You can't trust these people, so
you don't trust America, and you don't think that we will sit down and negotiate with that dragon. That dragon not dancing. No time soon.
My personal view, I will hope that good sense will prevail and the both parties could come to agreement. Venezuela and not America. We are not third party in this. Come to agreement and they could have the dragon gas thing. But I remember when Kamala coming to office, we don't need no dragon gas again. We could deal with Grenada, have oil and Guyana and Jamaica and so on. But all of a sudden that's collapsed just so we're going back to Venezuela. The same, you're going to lick back up your vomit.
Nice. You understand? So before you go, right, because it do have Spanish people that may know like English and thing listening and all those various things. And to all of our viewers and listeners that on now, we want your closing remarks, comments based on that, but in Spanish, based on you saying that you think that you supported this, all of that way you say, and you believe that the Honorable Prime Minister should have just stay in her lane. I already tell you, well, I think that coming out of a lane is what give her that power now. Because after America is Trinidad and Tobago again at this point in time. So close off in Spanish and let me organize to go to the lines to hear what the rest of people have to say on their thoughts on it. Thanks so much for your interview.
Okay, buenos días. Bueno, espero que todo se resuelve bien y el señor Maduro y la señorita Kamala, el primer ministro de Trinidad, empezar con diálogo y hacer una cosa por el bienestar de los dos países. Más nada. Sin el imperialismo. Okay. Have a great day.
All right, thank you very much.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.
Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Because I want to engage Lennox Smith again on something. Go ahead, caller.
Andy, pleasant good morning, right? And Mr. Rima, right? When all they talking, right, all they must know all they saying sometime, brothers. If you have information, Andy, I will say something again to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Mighty K, Trinidad and Tobago, pleasant good morning again. Andy, remember when Kamala Prasad, the Sessa administration came into office, right? After Maduro said a set of paramilitary terrorists was intercepted in a boat heading to Venezuela, right? And they tried to put blame on the new administration. And I will say to Trinidad and Tobago again, people of Trinidad, the responsible people to blame for this situation is the former administration led by Dr. Keith Rowley and Mr. Stuart Young. Only why only understanding are paid is paid. These people have the situation how it is right now, and they are still communicating with Maduro. Although this new negotiation with America take place here, they still have their input. They still calling Maduro. They still what Kamala has to do? Secretary of FBI and what? So we will get to know and see what is taking place.
Hey, Mr. Reba, that's okay, like your face touching your phone knobs. So you're only getting pip, pip, pip. So don't keep it so close to your face and just go a little lighter so we will understand everything you're saying. Go like your face pressing your knobs. So while you're talking, you're only getting pip, pip, pip. Go ahead.
All right, brother. Yes, what I was saying, right? Venezuela, when Mr. Prasad win the election, Venezuela said that they encounter a boat coming to Venezuela from Trinidad, paramilitary terrorists with arms that attack Trinidad and Tobago. They can remember that Mr. Maduro is the president of Venezuela, and if they started that, then after the Minister of Defense, then they started that, and that way the start. Remember, they was trying to see if they could destabilize this new administration here. You understand? And the people have to understand the truth, face the fact. PNM, the former regime, is the people responsible for what it is taking place today.
All right. We understand. You did also send something there, a video of Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. What that's about? That's a recent interview, or that's an interview that took place before?
That is an interview that took place before. I would like you to show the Trinidad and Tobago population. Well, they don't know about it. That is when he had the interview with the reporter, saying he have no problem with the rich getting richer, but have to create opportunities for the poor. And then he had the 1% sitting down on a table and boasting there's about 5,000 of them, and they're the most powerful in Trinidad and Tobago. Why we Trinidadians? Why we not understanding what it is taking place before our very eyes? And we trying to put the blame on the USC government, and we trying to make the woman look bad. When the woman means good for Trinidad and Tobago, and she is doing good for Trinidad and Tobago. And we have to accept the fact that we are living in the backyard of America. This is South of America. And what any all of the Caribbean leaders who go to no grass with Maduro, anything happen, here is America coming to protect them because we are no army, we are no submarine, we are no plane, we are nothing. America has to protect our sovereignty. As the Prime Minister Trinidad and Tobago, and people not understanding that the reason for this situation is because of the Keith Rowley administration. And when they lost power, when they come up, when the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago vote them out, they try to make a bacchanal like the email gate. All these things is email gate too.
All right, we catch it. Thanks so much, Brother Carnage.
Thank you, brother.
Oh boy. Lennox Smith, I know earlier on you read the article. I found that I found it there, and a very beautiful woman, man. Look, she's on the screen there. That is the lady there, that Rhea George.
Yes, that's
right. My gosh, that the gas tank Trinidad and Tobago. So only when only smelling gas. Don't go and light a stove one time. Open your doors. Jed, boy, I would say take off the gas head of the tank, put the tank outside, let the whole place breeze out. But let's see the lady that. Oh my God. That's Uriah George there.
Yeah, I could well imagine how mutilated she was, consequential of those birds. You know, some people, when they find themselves in such an accident, and they look at all the burns about their bodies, knowing full well that they were plump and beautiful. Sometimes they don't want to live, you know, because of the embarrassment or the humiliation that they feel as going in public and so on. So I don't know. But what we know, none of us have been there before to come back and tell the story. But we assume that where she is, maybe she's in a better place, and one can say that divine intervention may have created this situation. Of course, the husband's pain and the family's pain cannot be fathomed, and I'm sure that they are attempting to cope, but it will take some time for them to recuperate from that tragedy. And of course, memories don't leave like people do. So you have that situation that they have to treat with. But what can happen as a result of that situation there, do what we are admonishing you to do. And that is, when such a situation develops, as Andy rightly said, please take the precaution, don't light anything. And of course, do that to open up the place so that air can pass through, meaning that the gas can dissipate, and if necessary, put the gas tank outside, because it's no use to you anyway if it is leaking, and save lives. Save lives, more than one I'm talking about here, because the whole house could have burnt.
Nice.
And of course, the husband as well.
Nice. So caller, go ahead, caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Go ahead, caller. Morning. Apache, morning. Oh boy. All right, let me take our next.
Well, in the meantime, of course, very interesting that Mr. Arima and his comment. What I took note of is the patches, the many patches of supposed to be. No, we are dealing with reality. We are dealing with pragmatic. The thing about it is that the United States has the power and did exercise its power to cripple the economy of Venezuela. And Trinidad and Tobago don't have the kind of potential leverage like Venezuela. And the only leverage we have is to associate ourselves with the hegemony that has been able to create the havoc that is now Venezuela in terms of the economy. So Kabla Prasad Misa is absolutely right to leverage that in the interest of Trinidad and Tobago. That is Maduro business if you don't want to adapt and adjust so that his people can recover from the morass and the disaster that is Venezuela today. Whether you claim America or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that they have been able to do it because they have the power. And you so stupid the right to go against that tsunami.
That is so true. That is so true. Let me organize and play this voice note here.
Morning, Andy. Welcome back. God blessings. I'm glad you're back with us. Lennox and Mickie, good morning. Andy, Arima talking crap this morning, eh? Not because he can speak Spanish. You want to know everything. You know everything. He have some kind of trick up his sleeve to talk about how you know Marco Rubio family. You know everything. Grab your back crystal ball.
Oh God, just let me finish here.
Oh God, come on, man, Arima. I fed up this morning and hearing you with your nonsense. Right? Who want to listen to you can listen to you, right? Turn it off. So he collecting pension both ways. If he is a pension, you sure he full of tricks? Man, look, All I forget calling Hina. It's a flicking waste of time. And Andy, you know what I want to tell you? Anytime, if see anybody call you, man or woman, and they play two sides, I for UNC, I for the PNM, or I for the UNC, and I for Maduro, and I for whoever, when you see them playing two sides, don't trust them. They're a snake. Don't trust them at all.
Look for that. Because that whisper
Go ahead, next caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, and
Hey,
welcome back, man.
But so long as I leave, I'll give the number where you can call WhatsApp direct.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But go ahead.
Andy, let me tell you something. You see these rum shop historian and them, where there's like to go when man drinking punching and talk about America and the history of America and all kind of thing. You see them kind of talk, don't let them bring it in this forum. Because it have educated people who know history and who could relate to reality of what really goes on. Facts, not fiction. So when them sit down and they're drinking the PQR punching, 5 of them watching the punching going on low, and who to buy the next drink, and they're bobbing and weaving and all this kind of thing. And the only thing they could do is to talk as a dotishness. Them are no different like when Jim Jones carry a set of people quite in Guyana to find God and kill all of them. Let them keep their dotishness by themselves now. And don't try to come on no public forum to talk as a nonsense. Because if they want to know history, I could carry them back from the caveman days all the way up. And you see, what these people just can't understand is if you go into Venezuela and you ask the population in Venezuela, how much of them want to come to America? Probably over 90% want to come to America. If you want to come in America and ask the population in America, how much of them want to go to Venezuela? You mightn't get 1% coming to want to do that. So then if Venezuela is so good, Maduro is so good, why it is so much people don't want to live in Venezuela? If Venezuela is so good and so proud of themselves, why they don't use their currency to trade? Why other countries don't say, hey, here what? When you see we trading with you, instead of paying us with US money, pay us with, what's the currency in Venezuela, bees or some kind of thing, or some kind of currency, pay us in that. Why it is that if it is that you're selling your oil, you have the whole reserve of oil. When America buying your oil, why don't say, don't pay us in our US money now, pay us in our currency. So these are simple things you have to ask these people who will be talking the rubbish to try to convince themselves, because they don't convince nobody else, to convince themselves to accept the dotishness that's going on in Venezuela, to accept where our Prime Minister, the stance our Prime Minister has to take for Trinidad and Tobago, and the relationship that we have to have with America because of our dependency on America. We're not dependent for Venezuela for nothing. Of our survival and the future of Trinidad and Tobago. We wholly and solely dependent on having a relationship with America. Mia Motley make a statement that how Barbados is a sovereign state and she would give up, she passed out. Within a week time, she stayed quiet and she didn't mention nothing again. Because she know the survival of Barbados depends on America also. Because as soon as I see, they decide here what, all these cruise ships that leaving the port in Miami and thing, here what, the 3-4 cruise ship that stops in Barbados, and people come out and spend the US money, we not seeking there as a location again, you're so easy. Barbados would be on their knees. People don't understand that. people have to understand. There's not. No, it wasn't by mistake that the US dollar becomes the currency of the world. That every single country speaks US when they're trading. They don't speak this, even China, Russia, all these places them that so oppose America. What they're trading,
You're so right.
US money.
You're so right. So don't let them drag your own too long. But
Yeah.
Other than that, what's your thoughts on the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bissessa news on Monday, please God, where the opening back of that FACA license there, where the dragon can dance again? I'm saying that I think that Venezuela is small-minded and that we're not going to no negotiation with us when it comes to that. Lennox is optimistic and saying because of what's going on and that thing there, that come like an opening and the Maduro government will be happy to sit down on the negotiation tables and talk with the honorable leader and Trinidad and Tobago again. But in watching all that back and forth, front and back that take place there, who drunk, who ain't drunk, and who warm to this woman and this and that, all them tops. What's your thoughts on that day quickly? Let me look to organize and take a next call. Go ahead, Mr. Barapo.
Andy, let me tell you something. World leaders and people who govern countries supposed to be negotiators. They didn't supposed to be holding personal vendetta against each other and be calling each other names and all kind of thing. You depend on each other for survival. Some country have resources that other country depend on and all this kind of thing. No matter how vexed and how they want to call each other, to survive you have to have trade. And no matter where you reach and what kind of argument, look, Iran and all this kind of thing, they just still come to the table and have to negotiate with America. No matter what goes on, what sanction they on and all kind of thing. Same, so it's the same thing here. We is an energy dependent country. We have all the facilities and all this kind of thing here. If Venezuela have a resource that we could need and thing, and they know that how it could benefit both sides. No matter how they where they were, where the disagreement was and all kind of thing, that have nothing to do with sitting down at a table and saying, hey, here what? We can negotiate and we can move forward. No government and no country can stop that. It's just the way you do it and how you do it. It has to be transparent. It has to be something that America would agree with and approve of, and you could move forward. So nothing is dead. Like you say, you cannot revive something and move forward and say, hey, here what? Let's make this deal and let's come to the table and negotiate. And all the UNC and the Prime Minister was saying before is here what? Deal and do things transparent. Don't do it in no night and bringing people in the diplomatic center and you're making deals and nobody know what's going on. America not approving. And because at the end of the day, the money have to be transferred from the American currency agency.
Okay.
And if they decide to freeze that, like what they're doing right now, then no deal.
Understood.
So we could move on and we could have trade with Venezuela, but it have to be approved in a certain way that everybody could be comfortable.
Right. Which.
So have a good morning, Andy. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Barapo. Thank you so much. Hey, all right. We have to also read some of the callers and them comments. We have a call for us saying none of them are ready for America. But it have Nanan. I want to go to his comment, Nanan, which it's interesting and we must be fair whether we support our government or not. We have to be fair in giving some people, because it's a question and all. Many children will want to ask too. Lennox Smith, Ravi Nanan is saying, no, not this one. Let me go for the next one. It was very interesting, Nanan. Ravi Nanan. What it was saying again, boy? I think it was saying something else. How come Trinidad and Tobago, that was negotiated with America. Oh, I think is this. Oh, look at here. Why it is that we in Trinidad have to get a permission from America to do business with our neighbor Venezuela. Why? Lennox Smith, engage please.
I mean, that is something that is fundamental, is rudimentary. The Americans have a difficulty with the Maduro administration as far as its human rights records are concerned, and that has meted out into or manifests itself into economic stagnation and manifested strictly with respect to prohibiting allies of America who Venezuela would normally do business with, including the United States, and therefore, whether you call it embargo, whether you call it sanctions, the fact is that is the case, and that is so because of the hegemony or the power of the United States. And anybody with a modicum, a rudimentary understanding of the geopolitics and the recent and maybe not so recent history will understand that, and therefore even the companies, Shell, that has a bigger budget than Trinidad and Tobago, Exxon, that even probably 3-4 times the GDP of Trinidad and Tobago as a company connected to the United States, can't even do business with Venezuela unless America says so, because of those fundamental issues. I don't think that at this stage that has to be explained to anyone, but I suppose people have different levels of understanding, and maybe the person may not be aware of the antecedents, the historical background, and therefore it is right for us to explain and to, of course, get them up to speed as to why America is so. That is why Kamala Persad-Bissessar, our Prime Minister, understands that. Rowley clearly was attempting, of course, to demonstrate and to ignore that reality. And we found ourselves in some tremendous hot water with respect to America. It's just that because we are tiny and we are so insignificant, and as far as, of course, taking kind of action that they would take against Venezuela, that they really didn't pay us any mind. But don't for one moment believe that they were unconscious of the fact that shipment of gasoline that went to ended up in Venezuela was part and parcel of they recognizing that Trinidad and Tobago had disrespected their attempt to place, as I said,
hold on, caller.
On Venezuela. That is the real.
Yes, hold on, caller. Hold on.
And unless
hold 1 minute. Hold on.
They can't understand that simple explanation, then something is wrong. That is the reason why Venezuela can't move as they would like. Trinidad cannot move as it would like without, of course,
you don't have to over. That's it. Right, that's good, Lennox. Maybe don't study, at least the gate, you don't have to tell them it 20 times, but sometimes you have to tell some of them it 20 and 30 times, maybe because they just would not get it. Go ahead, next caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
Hello, yes, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey, long time I hear this voice, Miss Arima. Go ahead, Miss Arima. Mr. Arima was on earlier.
Well, people miss the water because it's they who make the well run dry. I always know this will happen. God always give me vision to see far. You see? I used to be waiting for this. But what I want to tell you is UNC win. And I always know I ain't going to win anything. People now see they ain't win.
Oh God, you come to give us some updates about Venezuela?
Oh. Give you some updates. Watch me. I want to win.
Right, you're going to win. Don't worry.
I supposed to get paid for my work that I do in the past. I stand.
Oh God, you're going to win, Miss Arima. You
have nothing to say here.
All right, well, if you have nothing to say here, well, then That way, call. Don't call to talk my
Bye.
government at all. Don't do
Bye,
that at all.
bye.
All right, bye. Don't call to tell me about UNC at all. You call to talk your Spanish. You call to dispute Mr. Arima. You call to give us updates based on Venezuela. Right. But that kind of thing there about UNC win and UN win and this one and win and Iron win and Lennox and win. We are out for that.
She wants us to forget that the UNC could not have won under Kamala Persad-Bissessar one at times, and secondly, that it couldn't happen without some mass protests against the PNM. All of that have fell, of course, on deaf ears. And put another way, it is unnecessary now. It did not come to pass, but yet still, of course, they won handsomely, 26 seats in Trinidad.
Right.
She wants us to forget that.
Yes, but
that's all right.
We ain't gonna forget that at all. Echo of Chambers, no, not Echo. Yes, Echo of Horrors is saying that Andy, you see that the submarine sink in China, laugh out loud. You also say China say they have the best submarine, laugh out loud, and it sink. You heard anything about some submarine of China's sink recently or something?
No, that's news to me. Let me check it and see.
Yeah, check it out.
Incidentally, people, the currency of Venezuela is supposed to be the Bolivar.
But I don't think they're using that again. I think it's
some people are saying pesos. I do. No, but they're using the American dollar, yes, of course. But I'm saying that the official currency is the Bolivar.
Oh, the Bolivar. But I hear one TT dollar is a whole 1,000-gallon water tank in Trinidad to pay go Bolivar dollars. Where you laughing so far?
No,
Mr. Rima,
to buy bread in Bolivar, you have to walk with a barrel of money. Hyperinflation.
No, but Lennox Smith, it is wrong that me and you as two hosts, in case Maduro them is listening, they would not want to come to the negotiating table if they are hearing you are saying just to buy one bread is a barrel two and money. $5,000 currencies full a barrel two. All for one bread. And the win one look. So don't say that. Just say the Bolivars, if they negotiate with Trinidad and Tobago and give you the option that the Bolivars will go down from one barrel to maybe they may just have the four pocket to be full with money for bread. If it goes so.
Well, let me go further. That if they don't negotiate in good faith and to the tenets of the arrangement, the possibility exists that regime change may well be effected by the United States by force. So I'm going even wholly.
Nice.
They are forced to negotiate because of those circumstances, and they are going to unwillingly do so simply because they want to survive the regime there.
Right. So now let's organize and go to the let me go to the line. Call up.
Go to the callers now, man.
Yeah. We look at Don Richie.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Andy and Lennox. Andy, I'm happy to see you back, man. You're looking sprightly this morning.
Yeah. Only give us some strength yesterday, man.
Yeah. We all acknowledge the superiority of the America militarily, politically, and the financial sector. They dominate the world, okay? But even though they have dominated the world, they have failed miserably in many areas. And their society has been sickened by fentanyl and other drugs. Their economic value has deteriorated, and their superiority in wars has manifested itself in areas that, like this, in the Middle East. But in Vietnam, they lost. In Afghanistan, they were humbled, and several other countries where they have instigated change of regime, they have failed. And I am telling you, it would be a serious fight in Venezuela should the America try to invade, because Russia and China will not allow this dominance to continue. It's the same game that China is playing in Taiwan, where they blockade the country, and the same game America is playing. If America wanted to do it so quickly, why are they wasting so much millions of dollars paying all these soldiers and using all the material and gas and whatnot to surround Venezuela if they could have easily go in there and take off Maduro. Okay, so that is a serious issue we have to consider. And guns could be flying, bullets could be flying, bombs could be flying all over the world from right in Venezuela. Look at Cuba. Cuba has sustained itself without America help. All the troubles America has given Cuba. So the will of the people sometimes surpasses all the military strength of other countries. I'm just throwing this out. It may not be so, or it may actually be so. But we have to wait and see, because the situation is very fluid in America and very fluid in Latin America with Venezuela. But I think
but one of
in
the callers,
long run,
one of the global bloggers said to ask you if you have an American visa. Based on the way you're talking, if you
I do have an American visa, and I'm not supporting America wholeheartedly, neither nobody. I'm taking an impartial view and an objective view of the situation. Regarding my own country, Trinidad and Tobago, because should the war spread and they attack Trinidad, we will have to defend ourselves, and our innocent soldiers who have done nothing politically will have to go and fight to save the politicians who are putting us there. You understand what I'm saying? We had no need to get involved and suck up to America. There was no need for that. We are putting our ships out there without no need to go to the waters. And this is a mistake that I believe I hope is not going to happen.
No, but say that's nothing, and this is good. That is why this is a going report. This is a mistake that you believe Kamala Persad have made.
There was no necessity to do that. There was no necessity for she to commit herself in a way she had done, just to suck up to America. She could have just stayed quiet and everything would have gone peacefully. But no, she had no, as I'm saying, I don't want to condemn the Prime Minister, but what I'm saying is that there was no necessity to go in a place where you're not supposed to go. Foul, messing up, cockroach business. You understand what I'm saying? Because America is strong. And that war, remember Venezuela have trained soldiers in their own country, it's going to be a very difficult chance for America to go in there and really eradicate that. That war will be a prolonged war, and the other side is going to come in there. Russia going to come in with weapons, and China going to come in, because China have a lot of investment there. They get a lot of oil from there, and the geopolitical situation where Russia and China have been faced with America, they are going to get involved too. Just as America is trying to get in China's backdoor and Russia backdoor, China and Russia is going to play the same game. They already have Cuba there. They have other several Latin American countries that are pro with China and Russia. Don't feel just because, you see, this plan was going on all along. You see, when America take over the Panama Canal and throw China from there, that's part of the plan, to come in there and to come in there and get the passage to free to bring guns and materials to fight Maduro. You understand what I'm saying? And I am saying this, you see, when elephant fighting, what you're not going in there for? You're going in there to negotiate. America does talk about sovereignty for people. What sovereignty are you talking about when you negotiating with a country that they even own the people oil? How you could do that? Let me be fair and square. You cannot negotiate another country's oil from another country who even take over the country with the hope of taking over the country, you will be able to get the oil. So what I'm saying is Kamala Persad-Bissessar is trying to share the spoils of war which have not been acclaimed yet. All right, Andy and Lennox, I hope my point isn't controversial, but this is what I think. Thank you very much.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Well, boy, Lennox, he say he hope his point is not controversial. Wow.
Well, I have to say, possibly reluctantly, but it has to be said, that of course his position is riddled with supposition, and where there is a factual reality, that is to say that yes, America went in certain places and failed, but the present circumstances is one where even when he mentioned Panama, that the Americans went in there as well and forcibly changed the regime there in Panama. And I don't believe there's anything to stop the Americans from engaging, whether it's China, whether is Russia. What the Americans would do if they are going to take over the place by force is to inform the Russians and the Chinese that their investment will be secured. That much I believe, I suspect they would do. But America has what is called the Monroe Doctrine, which says that no country outside of this hemisphere that potentially or real poses a threat to the American society, the American civilization, will be countenanced or tolerated. And especially when the interest, let's face it, oil and gas is a major energy product that other countries would want outside of the hemisphere, and therefore the Americans will not sit idly by and watch their enemy come into their backyard, having regard to the Monroe Doctrine, and not do something about it.
So true.
All that what you see there is not posturing. It's part of the policy and the geopolitical dominance that America has sought for and have created for themselves.
Right. Hold 1 minute.
We are. Yes, just cockroaches in this dance.
In full party.
But we must commend our Prime Minister for being strategic, and inside of that, looking for Trinidad and Tobago's piece at the pie for advancement economically and otherwise. And you cannot blame her for that.
That is true. Hold 1 minute, Lennox.
Enter, I think is a misunderstanding, in my view, of the imperative to do so now, especially now when, of course, we are in a situation of acute shortage of gas.
Nice. Well, besides those two callers, Arima plus this next caller saying that the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad shouldn't get a cockroach, those supposed to get in full party. We also have Omish Christopher, right? Omish Christopher. Let me go back to Omish Christopher because we're going through the social media chats.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Omish Christopher is saying
we are game. They will have their say.
They will have their say. We got to get them their say. Whether we agree, whether we agree with them or not.
Whether we agree or not, there is a different story. Yeah.
Omish Christopher is saying Kamala has put our lives here in TNT in danger. So you don't know Omish Christopher too is pro Venezuela. Right, it's pro Venezuela or pro Trinidad? Or pro America.
Let me tell you something, Andy. Let's be clear here. There can be no bigger and massive danger to Trinidad and Tobago society in the area that these people are referencing than when Delcy Rodriguez was invited here in Trinidad on a plane that was sanctioned by the Americans and to have a clandestine meeting. World War III could have started right here. Because if the Americans was aware that that was happening, they might have, of course, seized that plane right here in Trinidad. Very easy to do, as they have done. I think is in Malta or some island close to Malta, because the Venezuela couldn't do anything about it and take it back to where they wish. Let us not waste time with that.
Well, all right. Well, hold on that day a little bit. The same Omar Christopher is saying Lennox is only flowing his fouling you mouth, right? Flowing or fouling your mouth. Russia is bombing America interests in Ukraine, and they not doing anything, right? So they say Russia. He is saying Russia is bombing America interests in Ukraine. It's bombing American interests in Ukraine, and they are not doing nothing. That's Omar.
And
right?
And let me respond. And why would that be permissible? It's not that the Americans cannot respond, and of course force NATO to respond. but because of the proximity, the geographic and space, and the fact that Russia sees Ukraine as their sphere of influence, so far the Americans have kept out. It doesn't mean to say that if the Europeans feel threatened by, of course, that onslaught of Russia after Ukraine, then probably Poland, then of course some of the former Soviet Union states, not Belarus, of course, they seem to be in the corner of Russia, but certainly Latvia and those Baltic states. You making joke? You figure that they will stand for them coming into these countries?
Right.
Russia knows exactly what Russia knows exactly what limits to limit themselves.
Right. Hoodie is saying nobody wins in a war. We don't want any military conflict so close to our shores. At the nearest point, Venezuela is 8 miles away from the northwest coast of Trinidad. All right, we get that. Banwari say, I stand with Auntie's decision. Well, they stand with Auntie Kamala Persad Bisesa decision. Ramcharan is saying, oh God, Mr. Lennox don't need a headphone. He need a hearing aid. Just making a little fun. No disrespect. Oh, he's saying Lennox don't need a headphone, he need a hearing aid, but he also say he's just making a little fun, having a little fun. Right. So he just want to
he should say so, having fun. Otherwise, because these are serious business. And on this program, it's a serious program.
Yeah. Only don't tell Lennox about no headphones thing right now. Because
no.
Let him know it's fun. All right, but Tola
is an incongruent argument. It doesn't equate to the gravity of the issue that you would have raised.
Nice.
And the response that was necessary.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I will take the first caller before, I think this is Mami Roadbook. Before Mami Roadbook, I will take the first caller. Caller, Mami Roadbook is waiting for your contribution for she to make hers. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes, you go ahead, the Magnificent 3. Go ahead.
Right.
Mr. Adam.
Right, the Magnificent 3. And I'm glad to know you're in good health, right? If you want to check a doctor, I have a good doctor I can send you by any time, okay? And he will charge you according to. Right. Let me go and tell you something. This
Wait. You can't invite me to a good doctor to send me by and then leave me hanging saying he go charge me according to? Why is that you're telling me the Magnificent 3 day, boy?
Well,
Lennox, you understand what this man now tell me there, boy?
What I'm going to tell you is the partner, right?
Yeah.
Well, the man want to go to the best, but at a price.
I say he gonna pay the doctor bill because he know the doctor. He gonna let the doctor. He say he send him a day, and the doctor go charge me according to. Man, brother, Magnificent 3.
What I'm saying, I did not take much money now. That's what I mean.
Oh, you ain't gonna take much money.
Right.
All right.
No. Right. So what I'm going to talk about is Venezuela issue. Now, I listen to these people them talking, and I'm going to show you this again. There is a special invoice to secret mission from America that his name is Richard Bovell. Richard Bovell is dealing directly with Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro on the issues of illegal immigrants who in El Salvador for exchange for American prisoners in Venezuela, right? He does go and shake hands with Maduro. And also, they're dealing with the oil that Chevron oil company is being able to transport oil from Venezuela into America, right? And you have the other side now with Rubio, who calling the same Maduro a narco terrorist. You understand? So we're talking about two sides of the cherry. Mr. Lennox, you understand what I'm telling you? You can Google it, right? So when people feeling that Kamala, how she come on America's side, that will strain relationship with Venezuela. It don't work so. Everything is strategy. And if you check even in our local election, Kamala have very good strategy. Because even when Stuart Young and the Rowley administration believe she isn't ready for the election yet, and call the election on the 28th early than when they might have called it in August, they get strapped with the pants down because Kamala was more ready than them because she even had a lot, even the radio station she controlled. So Kamala does use good strategy, right? And they understand it. They can't believe a little woman could be so great. Kamala is not an easy person, and she know why she went with America, and it was fruitful. Look at Kamala today going on in Saudi Arabia, right? Look at how China and all falling and giving she grant. Look at Moody. Kamala bringing a lot of baggies. All what this Rowley do is to bring young plant. Here bringing nothing for Trinidad. But so when they're feeling about Kamala will do this and Kamala will get herself in trouble. No. Kamala is a real boss. And let me tell you something. Even yesterday, Penny coming and talking about Kamala. And here I hear Penny say, if Munilal understand that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago didn't invite her to come with him. I don't know what she mean by inviting her to come with him. I never know Munilal is a her and Kamala is a him. I say like these people mashing up the brain that she ain't know what she even saying, boy. Him to her. Then Stuart Young even come and say, but he correct himself that the US sanctioned America. But then he come and catch himself and he said the US sanctioned Venezuela. So these people outside there talking madness, boy, is a set of crazy people this opposition is. And just imagine these people so crazy and we had them in government, boy. Something wrong with we. So them only gallivanting, they having more press conference now in opposition than when they was in government. Trying to bring down Kamala. But Kamala is studying them because Kamala is on the right track and she bringing a lot of things. So let her take that in the pipe and smoke it. And I know they over feeling it because they can't bring she down no matter how they try. This little woman more taller than Kobe Bryant. And she's so looking short. Boy, we have something great coming. And you see all the jump they gone with these people who get fired. When she put things on stream, they go have nothing to say in life again. And it's bye-bye PNM forever. That's what they pray. Trust me on that, brother.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. The Magnificent Tree. Before we get Mommy Rodbrook, who was holding on, I just want to run through something with, we have to, keep abreast with our social media people too, because for the fact that it can take time, and you know that Mommy Rodbrook, and be home or wherever, and the day they on the TV watching, and then the texting to put out their what's their thoughts or what's their opinion, that is very, very good. Right. Patricia Reed is saying, Andy, I miss you. Not those duncy callers. Okay, Patricia Reed, I miss you too. If Maduro refuse, cancel Christmas for he. Okay, right. What else? Something else I did see was very interesting. Roger is saying Venezuela has plenty alliance. Lennox Smith did say that, which is China and Russia. That is the two major alliance Venezuela have, right? OG is saying, when PNM was in government, Maduro was under sanctioned. Now UNC in government, and the USA is about to remove Maduro. That is one difference. with the Dragon deal. Okay. Where's that boy? OYI is saying I am fed up of these negative callers. Nothing good comes out of their mouth. Okay. Tommy Muhammad is saying, okay, who killed Gaddafi? Wow. Well, I don't know, partner. Who killed Gaddafi? Rick is saying he wants to send you to KCR or Rowley. Right. Echo Chambers, Echo of Horrors is just laughing. Andy, that sounds like a bush doctor or the thinking about the doctor thing there. So Don Soon is saying that the Magnificent Tree point more to some bush doctor that will give me a course according. So yeah, according, boy. I had to make sure I work with a bag of money according to what it is they diagnose. Right? Mommy Brook, you go ahead while I will continue to look to see who some of the things that I can bring up, or some of the people that have interesting messages that I could read. Go ahead, Mommy Roadbrook. A pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, everybody. Andy, it's a good thing I didn't have a $10 PNM phone card for the length of time you keep me holding on here. Anyway, darling, Gong Report, everybody has a good contribution and I don't mind listening. I want to say well said to the guy who called him Magnificent Tree or whatever, the one who called who I was hanging on to. Well said to Karanaj. Andy, there are some the callers on this program, as I said already. These people are informed. These people know what is going on, and it is a pleasure listening to the contributions to a lot of these people in this program. Not all, you understand? But Andy, let me ask you this. They're talking about Camilla and the Dragon deal and Russia and things. The fact of the matter is, on the 28th of April, I voted for the United National Congress as a lot of people, right? They came and they were victorious. You understand? We put the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago into the hands of the United National Congress, Kamala Prasad-Bisesa and her government. This is a set of intelligent, informed people. It ain't no stupidity or no fool or no dunce in this government. You understand? And if after I voted them, if I can't trust them, well then what? I waste my time. All you see in just a couple of days, all you don't see the direction in which this country is going. There are people who just want bacchanal. They just want negativity. They just want low-life, guttural nonsense. They're not looking to take this country forward and to listen and to deal with what is positive. You understand? If you have a government, a prime minister, as Kamala Prasad says, this woman ain't no fool, you know. This woman ain't no newborn, you know. She ain't no Johnny come lately, you know. She is intelligent and she knows what she's doing. Why everybody want to say, tell her to do this and tell her to do that? All you're talking about the Dragon deal and all you talk about, all you know, all you're experts, all you know anything about what's going on with these things, all you know what is going on when these head of states get together to negotiate for the business, for the well-being of the country. All you think, all you know, but all you don't know. All you don't know. Leave the affairs of the country to the people who are elected to deal with the affairs of the country and the people who know what they are doing. All you had the one that was mashing up the country and all this to be making mackinac and protest. All you wasn't doing that. Now we got people who fix in this country, the people who know what they're doing, the people who we can trust, the people who are intelligent, the people who will do what is best for Trinidad and Tobago, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. All you jumping them every day. Every day. Or just jumping them. But let me tell all you this now. It has plenty of we out here who trust the government. We put the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago in the hands of the UNC, and we are expecting, we are praying, and we know, and we are looking forward to the goodness, the respect, everything that is positive that they are negotiating all over the world, whether it's with America, whether it's with Japan, whether it's with who. All who they are negotiating for the benefit of Trinidad and Tobago. But all some of you in the gutter and all you like to be in there. Anyway, we had enough about that. The thing about it is, my government They are taking care of the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago, and I trust them. And I know they are going to do what is best. Before I go on, let me tell you this. Let me come back home here. You see this country? We have to start having serious consequences for people's bad action, for the lawlessness. We still talking too much and we not saying no action as far as these criminals, these gangsters, these lawbreakers are concerned. You understand? It's only when people know that there are consequences for the action, they will do what is right. You understand? I am looking the other day and you're going to tell me you have a state of emergency, you have ministers, you have police, you have everything, and these bold-faced criminals still trying to sneak things into the prison. You still have drones trying to get things and all kinds of things into the prison. That is totally a case of no respect for law and order. You still have house invasions. Yeah, me just said, it can't stop completely, but that is to tell you how these people have no respect for law. What is going on in this country? Up to now, we have to see people being locked up. We have to see people are being charged. And when you hold them, it's in them days for 10 years before trial done. We want these people to be held. If you bring it on the TV, bring it all about that, everybody see they must be made accountable for this. And your children still fighting in school because there are no consequences. You put in law, yes, the law is good, but you have to know, hey, you do something Monday, you're going in jail Friday for the next 10 years. And when they know that is going to happen, that is when they're going to stop. You understand? We have to do something. And as this we are doing something because the police commissioner and the minister, they are all working. But we want to see action. You want to tell me, and I'm not going to go start talking too long as usual. You go tell me, this Budra woman, you have over 100 charges. And you going to tell me after 5 years, after 10 years, she was freed. What is going on in this place? When all the bandits and the crooks saying you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, when you want, and walk free, it is going to continue. You understand? So let us get real. It's time for us to start seeing these ex-ministers, these PNM people, all these people in the country, and all you know all yourself. It's about time we start having consequences for people lawlessness, and they must go to court, and they must go to jail immediately. All right? Bless Andy. It's so good. You sung well. So good to have you there. Lennox did a good job while you were not there. But you know something? Everybody have their own way and their own style of doing things. You understand? So we love you. We love Lennox. But we miss you when you were not there. So have a good day, people. And all the people, the good people in this country, continue praying. Continue talking. Continue supporting. And continue standing up strong for the Prime Minister and the government. Because, it can't get better. It can't get better than Kamala Prasad, the Cesar, and the UNC government. Blessings.
Nice. Thanks so much. Oh, boy. All right, so let me just think. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Mr. Ali. Yes, Naz Ali's husband, Mr. Ali. A pleasant good morning to you. And thanks so much for your commitment and dedication for the ground report in times when we need that various pullout. God bless you. God will continue to bless you, Mr. Ali. Again, and thanks so much for the magnificent support that you have always bestowed on this ground report program. Right. Let me read a quick.
Let me just say, Andy, by extension, of course, I want to, of course, also extend my thanks to Cyrus Computers. He has made it possible that I am looking whitey this morning, and all of the advice that he would have given as well. So we have a lot of people who are very, very committed and concerned, and he did, of course, donate one or two items to make certain that the broadcast across the board, whether it's this or corridor, be the best that it can in the circumstance. So I want to thank him as well.
Nice. So let me say a pleasant good morning to Cyrus, who take care of every virus And any one of you want any kind of services to your computers, or to buy computers parts, or to buy a computer or laptop or any one of those things, don't forget Cyrus, right? But also don't forget my brother Dennis C. Paul and Journey. For those of you who in Trinidad here, you all can get them MacBooks at a very, very, very reasonable price. Them MacBook Pro and MacBook this and MacBook that, them laptop thing. You all will get MacBooks at DJs, and that many people like MacBooks. You all will get that at a very, very, very reasonable price through the Ground Report program. For those of you who are looking for MacBooks at reasonable cost, I tell you, they're real reasonable. I tell you, when I hear some of the price, I say, but I not MacBook. The price even something better than them normal natural computer. But it's a giveaway for we people, we Ground Report people. Your grandchildren, your children, you know people that want thing, communicate with me. So long as you want a MacBook to buy, all you'll get it at the Pitbull price, right? Right, something else running through there quick before we think again. I 100% trust the government, right? The whole say I stop listening to all the negatives. Hoodie is saying, Echo of Horrors is saying, Andy, let's bet Venezuela comes to the table soon. So Hoodie, Echo of Chambers is on the same page with Lennox. He's saying that he was betting that Echo of Horrors is betting that Venezuela will come to the negotiating tables very soon. Hoodie is saying Rowley and Stewart opened the borders to let in thousands of Venezuelans during the COVID, while denying Trinidad, thousands of Trinidad citizens, well, Trinidad and Tobago, they should put the Tobago too, citizens. And I must say a pleasant good morning to Tobago. My brothers and sisters in Tobago, whether it be Silver Fox, Mother Bernie, all of you, a pleasant good morning to you. Try their own country or home. Why?
It's a very large,
yeah,
a very large video of the press conference. So I wasn't able to edit it, but certainly get it tomorrow. But Chong was very apologetic at that conference as well, with respect to their policy of not opening the borders to Trinbagonians. In fact, I think he had no choice to talk about it, because I think a court said that while, of course, they had the authority to close the borders, etc., to save lives, according to him, but the way that they did it was so biased and so filled of doubt that is where the entire thing fell down. Because remember, Rowley's daughter came in at a time when they were saying that nobody should be coming in. So I suppose, and incidentally, whilst of course Ms. Brook was speaking, somebody called me and said, of course, yes, they agree that very intelligent people are at the helm of Trinidad and Tobago's business, but the only person that is yet to get to join the government is Lennox Smith. So I said, all right, okay, I accept that, and we move on. There's another a caller that spoke of, and I think was very, very, very significant when he said that the whilst Rowley was in office, Maduro was there, and of course there was this antagonism. And now that Kamala is now in office and have made the move that they have, and of course the Americans may possibly remove Maduro, it dawned on me that in the strategy that the Prime Minister has carved out for Trinidad and in Trinidad and Tobago's interest, you know, another byproduct of that is that if Maduro moves, Trinidad and Tobago is still in a good position. If he doesn't move, Trinidad is still in a good position, as opposed to when Rowley was there, supported Maduro per se, didn't study Guaido and so on. In fact, negated that, and of course castigated that until the administration then that they moving bad, etc. So that if Maduro had been moved, then the possibility existed, not the possibility, I'm sure that the opposition would not have wanted to do any business with Trinidad and Tobago if the PNM was in office, yeah, or if he had been removed then because of Rowley's support for the regime there. So once again, that's another byproduct that will be the benefit. if Maduro moves, Trinidad and Tobago
either or is a win-win situation.
Will benefit, yeah, because the opposition will credit Trinidad and Tobago for that, and of course if he doesn't move, then of course the flotilla that is on his doorsteps there in the Southern Caribbean, he will have to consider, and therefore will now have to negotiate with the Kamala Passan-led administration in Trinidad. Wonderful.
Very wonderful.
I didn't look at it.
And Abraham is saying Rowley and Stewart get US in this mess. Rowley and Stewart get us, in fact. I thought it was US. Get us in this mess. They open up the borders to let them in Trinidad in the night. They knew that Maduro and Delcy was sanctioned. They tried to go to the European Union, but they were denied entry into the European Union. And then look, somebody hitting me there, like when they hit you there while I was in Lennox Smith. The Hulk is saying, Andy, let the lady speak, please. Meaning, tell me, the Hulk is telling the Pitbull, hush. Let mother let Miss Roadbook speak. So you see how all of them they
there's gang up like the fella who said that I should put on my headphone, but you were referencing something that you had to read. I mean, come on, think that man, and then tell me you're making a joke.
He said supposed to get hearing aid, not headphones.
Yeah. That's right, exactly.
And then say it's just a little humor. Yeah. But he said
so, I mean, on this program, we meticulously examine every syllable, every word, to see whether or not there is seriousness in it, the veracity of it. And of course, in that vein, let me say, yes, there is confirmation that nuclear submarine being constructed by the Chinese did sink in the harbor, in the dock where it was being constructed. Yes, between May and June last year.
It's sinking the harbor itself. Ann Brown, you're saying, Andy, Ann Brown, you are saying, Andy, you have to give location and number. What have to give location and number in Ann Brown? Yo, let me know. Just school say, read, he go fix your cat. Read, he go fix your cat. Or I believe you know them cat, them thing. You go fix the cat. Right. Just I realize you don't get enough, you know. Right. All I don't forget we locking off here in the next 10 minutes at 9 o'clock. We're preparing ourselves for a 6 to 9 or 3 hours program from all now. We're preparing ourselves for when we go back mainstream, whether it's government or whether it's private or if it go, we are preparing ourselves for a 3-hour program. Right, Patricia Reed say Lennox buy I seen a P with 3 dots, so it had to be something thing. First though, cause they don't make sense. All right, I know it's that. Drugs and Venezuelans. All right. Donna Dawkins is saying, Lennox, you really feel you are smart, yes? Why that caller the main line and say what they have to say? Ha. Come better than that. Or Lennox, you feel you really smart? While the caller with the hearing aid and all them kind of things say what they say, ha. Come better than that. Because you make some excuses, however it go. Right. Hey, Don Goben. Mr. Don Goben. You no longer hear from you. All you remember, anyone who get me sick, who fight me like Jess School say, Andy, why ain't shut up? That we tell me they hear like they do me like Lennox. Why ain't shut up and let Miss Woodbrook talk? If only I get back sick, it's because Jess School getting on with me. And, well, Don Goben, I don't know if he vexed me still. And Mr. Ramnarine. No notice he ain't calling the program. Mr. Ramnarine. He too, he gained the Pitbull pressure. So only let them know, don't get Pitbull pressure. Who else gave me pressure that doesn't want to call again because of ex-boy? They're saying I doing them wickedness. I don't want to answer the calls and all kind of thing. Who else? I want to let them know. Do not pressure the Pitbull. The Pitbull heart ain't good, and they will get me back sick. Do not all of them, and Mr. Canada, and all of them, right? Right. Well, we only have a few minutes there again. So what we will do? Let me continue the calls. There, quick. Oh boy.
Because I would like to read that submarine issue, just in case people believe that China is some force against the Americans. Of course, it's called a 093B type attack submarine. It was undergoing construction and was eventually salvaged, so it sank. But the incident is considered a significant setback and embarrassment to China expanding naval power.
Yeah, people go quicker want to buy an American submarine.
The specific cause of the sinking and whether the submarine had nuclear fuel aboard remain unknown. So it's a mystery. So it's an embarrassment to them because they boasted of it, and they kept it secret for 100 days. Go ahead.
And if we had an army and we was a power, we went look to buy no submarine after we seen that from them. We go look at America, we will look at England, we go look at India, because we ain't nobody think. We go look at them other countries that are A-class submarines. Right, all we need to continue.
And if I'm a sailor there or a marine there, I would have some doubts as well to sail in that. Even though of course China has the largest population in the world.
All right, Mr. Hulk, the Hulk, I will blame my co-host Lennox Smith because I just try. What he's saying is, you cannot have people holding on the phone because you don't know how much money they have left. So I'm sorry about that. So we will be taking your calls. Go ahead, caller. Morning. Good morning, caller. You go ahead. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
I will blame my co-host Lennox Smith because I just try. What he's saying is, you cannot have people holding on the phone because you don't know how much money they have left. So I'm sorry about that. So we will be taking your calls. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Go ahead, caller. God. Go ahead, God.
Like the caller playing over what you just said.
Morning. Go ahead, God.
Good morning, Wrong Report. That was a long wait. But, Andy, I am so happy to see you back in front of the television with a great smile. I pray that God give you strength and wisdom to run this program.
Yes,
Andy? Yes. Andy and the heirs of Trinidad and Tobago. With Donald Trump, Trinidad is going to be back on top. Don't worry about nobody else. Listen what I'm saying. The American base in Waterfield is going to open. He did not send the troops out to Venezuela water and Trinidad water for bluff. He's not a bluffer. He's a doer. Guys, the Waterfield base, American base, is going to open back. Get some food, put it in your house. Be safe, guys. Love you all.
All right, and may God continue to bless you. And may God make sure you continue to call the program, okay? All right, let's continue. Morning, caller.
Like you know something that we don't know. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, caller.
Yes, Mr. Andy.
Hey, a pleasant good morning to you, sir. And how are you? And what's your contribution this morning?
Yeah, I'm making a contribution there. I think it's time. I think it's time now we have to call a vote. See how much people like UNC and see how much people like PNM and how much people like Lennox and how many people like you. But give a vote this morning.
All right, you're done.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Here.
All right. We hear about the vote.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The vote is to see how many people like UNC, how many people like PNM. And they can make a choice who they want to run the country again. And I think it's time now both party had to come together. Because I see Kamala wear red and Penny didn't wear red when she was in I saw Kamala wearing red and Penny didn't wear red.
Oh. We saw Kamala wearing red because at the end of the day, she come to represent Trinidad and Tobago and she's a diplomat too. And at the end of the day, she going to wear red wherever she go and it don't matter to her. And okay, very good observation.
No. What I mean to say, it doesn't matter what color you wear, red, white, yellow, anything. But we come to represent the people.
The people.
And I think you could call a vote like, there's a vote like how you all used to do it long time. And see how many people like UNC and how many people like PNM. Because some people don't like what they see, but they don't say it. So you can know how many people call in.
Okay.
And I think now it's time because they could do that. Because I don't think the Prime Minister present now could carry on until the end of the year.
Okay.
She is very, very fragile to take that path. So you could call a vote now and see which one you want, UNC or PNM. See who have more majority and see which section need more strengthening. So you could check and see who like who, and you know what I mean? Because they only texting and they could say all what they could say. But when come down to the real thing, they have to like somebody, a party, either UNC or PNM.
All right.
And can be.
And what part of United States you're calling from? What?
I calling from Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't see Barapor calling again like he changed to American.
No, Barapor called earlier on. He called earlier on.
He called earlier.
He called earlier.
And caller, I have a very significant burning question as far as I'm concerned. Were you aware and did you do any assessment after the elections of April 29th of this year?
Look, a caller say he's a PNM, you know. A caller Chandra.
No, I'm not a PNM.
Yeah, they're saying he's PNM.
I'm not a PNM.
Yeah, but
what you mean
what
assessment?
conclusion would you have drawn if you had asked that question then and the result was what it was? What conclusion would you have drawn?
Well, at the time, right? At the time, before election, there was a thing in the air that everybody wanted change. They get a change, but we want to know if they still want to hold on to the change or they want to get the same party back into power.
I see. And after just about 100 days, just about 5 months.
Yeah, after 100 days.
That is sufficient? That is sufficient? You believe? That is
well, the way all these
right?
people... you know, I just won't talk things like the fella this and the fella that. I will tell you up front, the people at Trinidad and Tobago, they could be making a choice if they want to get back PNM or they want to get back UNC. But the trouble is, we want to know if the truth with what they're saying or they just come and flashing things to get the party annoyed.
Oh, understood. Thanks so much, caller, for Orlando. Orlando is where in America or Canada?
Yeah,
Miami?
No, Orlando is in Florida.
Miami, Florida.
Orlando. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Orlando.
And anytime you come into Orlando,
anytime I come in, wait, Lennox Smith, remember, we win the election, we just want to settle. And I need to get some holidays and things to catch myself, you know. Remember me too well. And if that people out there could buy a late ticket for me and thing, I would just organize and get back my visa.
No, but simple. Hear what I was telling you guys the other day.
Yeah.
Hear what I'm telling you guys the other day. I could send $1 US, which go equivalent 7 days in the week at $1. I watch your program. You have over 300 or 400 people that's texting every day. You just tell them, well, just put $1 in the program every day. You understand?
And it's more than that.
And that could keep your program alive.
More than that combined. Today we reach, with all the various platforms, about 900 and something people.
Right. So if everybody put $1, it could be $900 a day. 10 days will be $10,000. Let me say 10. 30 days will be $30,000.
Oh.
You understand?
That's if everybody is Americans and Canadians. Where the money go be take.
No.
When they put that dollar TT.
Trinidadian.
What? Trinidad dollar?
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah, we're talking $1 TT.
$1 TT.
$1 TT.
But you know, so what you gonna do? You know, Orlando, and you gonna be putting $1 TT, or gonna be paying $1 US?
No. I go put $1 US every day in your program.
All right.
But the day I see they started, You just have to call me and let me know.
All right.
That could float a ship. Money does float a ship, not old talk. So they have to know that you have to pay for this. So you only looking for, listen to me, these people will just be calling in and talking. If they just give you $1 TT a day.
All right. Thank you so much.
No.
So thank you so much. And we get your point. We get your point, Orlando. All I remember is that after 9. Yeah. It's 3 minutes.
After 9.
Yeah.
And just in closing, Andy, that submarine sank near a dock near Wuhan, the place where the
COVID starts.
The COVID virus, yes.
Oh, God.
So that place like a blight.
Yeah, that place real blight. That place like a real blight, boy.
Have a wonderful rest of the day. And, of course, we'll see you tonight on the corridor transformation.
Nice. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I end up staying the whole time until all again my energy, man. All again, oh, God, look at foreign call again. Let me take it. Morning, caller. Go ahead.
Good morning, sir. And how are you, man?
I'm all
calling
right.
from the United States.
Yes, from the US.
Why people are so stupid, man? Kamala went to the UN to bring in revenue to the country, make Trinidad and Tobago a better place for everyone. Why people are so negative? I heard a guy calling this morning and he was so negative. She's old and fragile. All they want another 10 years of PNM to run the country down and no stability for the nation. I don't think you guys want that. She's making a better place for younger people. That's all I gotta say, man.
And what part of America are you calling from? Orlando? Miami?
I'm calling from Florida, man.
Florida.
Yeah.
And make sure and share the program with all our people and them.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love your program, Andy.
Nice.
People, come on, people gotta have a little more sense than that. She wants a better Trinidad for each and every one of us.
All right, don't worry about them, man. But thanks so much for looking into the program.
Day.
Yes. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you have a good thing going there, man. Have a good day and pleasant day. Okay.
All right, man. Nice. So y'all, I wonder my voice note that didn't get a play. So they don't correlate and all them kind of thing, eh? Don't correlate. Oh, you know what? Let me take this one quick too. Oh gosh. You see how we know it's really 10 minutes away, but we signed the lock off for about 9. Morning, caller. Caller, go ahead. Short and sweet. Morning.
Yes, morning. I'm calling back again. You see people, how they start to react now? They get in the idea how to work. They get into love Kamala now. You hear what he say? He don't want back PNM again. He don't want back PNM. So that's how people talk. So they talk like that.
Yeah, they talk like that. Yeah, they talk like that. Don't study the background.
No. You understand what I'm trying to just tell you?
Yeah. I understand.
The minute I throw that word outside there, Kamala will leave the party soon. You see how they get sense? They know what is good, they know what is bad.
That is true.
Yeah, the nice piece of reverse
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, coins 100, which is the busman is up here. The busman, which is coins 100, is saying here. The San Fernando, but because everybody this morning saying, but they're hearing everybody else, but they're saying, but where the busman? But where the busman? They love the busman and all Lennox Smith. They only talk that they love the busman, you know.
He provides that tinge of humor and at the same time macociousness.
That's the biggest maco in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Well, if they put busman on the borders, busman will call in. And I'm fed up of Eli and Zachary. I am seeing 3 piras coming at 1 o'clock a.m. in the morning in the Silots area. We also see 5 pirog come in down Caranage. Eli Zachary is not doing his work. Andy, let us pay Jolington. Jolington will do a better work on the borders than Eli Zachary. We are fed up of this. And while I was raiding the border to see all the Venezuelans that are coming in, and the government in picking them up, the police in picking them up, I also want to say that on my way down there, I was only seeing plenty crappos and bush and grown grass and Andy and Lennox, the street lights was not working while I was driving down to man the borders, and while I was thinking, I hit a big hole, a very big pothole that they are not fixing the potholes, and when I drop in the hole, for the first time I drop in the hole in San Fernando early 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. When I went to take my bus to Mako the bus and them, the bus drop in a hole, and Andy, we reach in Port of Spain because that hole carry into a time zone, and we reach in Port of Spain. As we drop in the hole, we pop up in Port of Spain one time. So hip hip hooray for those potholes that the government leave there, that we could have reached in town early by bus. Lennox Smith.
And when I was there, I never see so much Kobo. All right, people. I think we have had enough for today. We have had a mix of everything. Auntie, see you tomorrow.
Oh, God. Coins. Bossman. Let me see Bossman said any voice note this morning. Go and go to. Let me see.
Boy, Bossman, are you delaying?
Yeah, wait. Let me see if Bossman sent any voice note. Let me peep there. I'll go play it.
And I never see so much Kobo.
Oh, God. Bossman. Boy, that's Bossman, boy. Hey, I was where you just get plenty of them nerves, you know.
Yeah.
When that voice come in.
Ole remove Zakuna. I never see so much Kobo.
Oh, God.
Hey.
Right, ready? I hope they hear him tomorrow, you know. Let me we go and say about them, boss. When the days we wasn't wrong now. We go hear all what went on for the last week, 2 weeks, everybody. Them boss and them. I think while I was sick, recovering, I see he sent my video. He sent my video showing me.
Send a quick voice note to get Andy off the air. The man sick.
Boss man sent my video. He vex. He moved from the boss and the rest of them. He said, watch ya. Look the boss shut down. Watch. Look the boss shut down. I can't stand about here. Look the boss shut down. Oh, God. Hey. Earlier, I could tolerate boss man. I can't tolerate slimy them when they're ready. I could tolerate Patricia Reed when she ready sometimes. I can't tolerate Miss Arima because when she comes, she ain't telling me nothing again about Venezuela because she and all knows there's no Spanish and can't tell me nothing about Venezuela and what's the latest going on out there. When she come, they say tell me about when UNC win, she lost, I lost, everybody lost, and all that kind of bacchanal thing. But we should talk to Eli Zakaru to see if he could make give a recommendation for Bossman to help man our borders. I think he will do a great job. He gonna let you know what boat get blow up and all before it is America even release it. That is how good he is.
And Mr. Zakaru, do not be surprised if he blame him for seeing all them Kobo.
I watch. He might get vexed too and say mosquito biting him while he's manning the borders, and he don't know why they ain't spray the area. The areas where he have to go and Mako. Big mosquito. Right. There's only mosquito bite all over me while I'm manning the borders and them. Oh, boy.
And the bus he take can't reach where he had to go.
Hey, Olia. Let me peep now. If Bossman ain't send nothing, Olia, we go think tomorrow, please, God. We will think tomorrow, please, God. Akash, a pleasant good morning to you. I ain't hear you so long. I ain't hear you. Good morning to you. And I had to call my boy, you know, I ain't here a long time, and we had to call him researcher number 1. Notice he gone quiet. So I
he's conspicuous by his absence on the program and his very, what I consider to be very intelligent and researched.
And I'm going to invite back and get in contact with him for me now, because since the elections is I think he's total feelings, but I know you and he's very, very good, Lennox Smith.
Mr. Port of Spain.
No, not Port of Spain.
Sorry, I thought it was him.
Oh God,
he was because of his absence as well.
Who was getting like workers' rights? The boy like he real vex with the ground report.
Serious people you're referring to. All right, okay.
Yeah, I want to get workers' rights.
That's why I mentioned Mr. Port of Spain. I know he's a big joker.
I want to get workers' rights, whether they vex or not, back on our platform. Right, so we'll talk to workers' rights.
I called him the other day. No hard feelings. I think we are big people. And,
but you talked to him? You get through to him?
No, I didn't. But
before I talk, and I want to openly, so everybody will hear, and Bong, everybody will hear. Irvin Felix. I want to invite Irvin Felix platform to the Gong Report on our morning too, for his platform to be live on the Gong Report. Irvin, you're right there, brother. Morning to you. So anytime I get through, I'm gonna let all these people, and them go here know that you ain't want to allow the Gong Report your platform on our morning. Yes, Mr. Irvin Felix, right? And we will talk to workers' rights. I want Monday, please God, that we have workers' rights on our on the platform with us. I want us to have Irvin, which is a good one too, very good one, on the platform with us. I have some other people that showed interest. But before I allow those other people that shows interest or that show interest, I will want to make sure Irvin Felix and workers' rights get the opportunity before the platform full. Right? Because remember, I also I will be putting up the TikTok and all to go live. Yeah. Right? So all you, thanks so much. I'm gonna call you Irvin and I'm gonna call workers' rights. Whether partner you was on the next side or whether you think or whether you was with this woman, where the woman name? With the big mouth. I think it's Duke X woman. Where you call Duke X woman? This militant woman.
Yeah, the Giselle, the woman who believes she could beat every man.
Yeah, boy. I don't know how Duke and all of them go with this woman, you know. For the time I see how this woman is talk, I can't friend with she, you know. She sound like she go beat up the Pitbull. Like she go beat people. She remind me of your ex-wife Lennox Smith. Like, you know, this kind of
only thing I was able to aptly describe her.
The hardest badge and Hazel.
Experience is the best teacher, my friend.
What's her name? Hazel? Yes. Anne Brown. Hazel, what's her name again? Oh God, boy.
Hazel Guerra.
Hazel Guerra. No, it's not Hazel Guerra, nah. Hazel something, boy.
Who is that? Who is that? Talk about my situation? Or?
No, not your ex-wife. Because I ain't gonna lie, the lady Hazel now, who Duke was with.
Oh.
Who is alleged, in fact, Giselle. Hazel,
yeah.
Giselle?
No.
Oh, Kiesel Jackson.
Kiesel Jackson, yes.
Yeah. She's a serious, not bad in any way again, because I don't want she to go on she live and say, Pitbull, and punch she red beret. Yeah, boy, she punch she beret. She look like she just beat man.
I'll have some kind of effigy or some kind of figment of you, a picture of you and some coffee out.
Yeah, boy. She look, I tell you, she remind me of your ex-wife. This kind of, like, they go beat man, boy. Serious, you know? Boy, here we make my
she look as that. You had a right to run, boy.
But here it is. That run to cause me career. Because remember when she do the video with Duke on the bed? She do the video, Duke on that bed day. And Duke like he can't say boo. Because she look like she that walk across and cough up Duke in the air, you know? She might
we have seen.
She might
we don't need to be rocket scientists to imagine what was possible. Yeah.
Oh, I hear she's really a black belt too. She really do kung fu black belt, you know, Lennox?
Yeah, well, Short Chong say he was a black belt too. That is what he have on his profile.
Oh, well, boy.
Yeah, but 2 short flights of step, he fall down and I think break one of his hand.
Oh God, this is a Jackson. I like she, you know. I like she. But not to deal with or to be friend with her because I ain't going with no woman that go beat up my tail. But I telling you, she look like she just beat man, boy. Oh God. How'd you run into that, boy? Hey. That's why you run out. You remind me of Lennox Smith when we was in Tobago. You remind me of Lennox Smith when we was in Tobago. I in my room. Lennox, Mickie in his room. I only hear him pitching, ping, glass breaking and thing in the room there. When I going across by Mickie K. I say, Mickie, you hearing that kind of thing going on there, boy? Yeah, boy. All of a sudden, about 5 minutes or 2 minutes after, we see Lennox Smith outside running outside the house, running around the house because running from this girl, this ex-wife. And I only say, well, boy, Lennox Smith don't fall long. In my mind, I saying, Lennox, don't fall down, you know. That woman looked like she go beat you on that if you only fall long there. She was a badger boy, Lennox Smith, boy. What make you put yourself with a badger woman, so boy?
Well, I suppose it's the same reason why Duke was able so to do, because he would have seen something that he didn't know what the future would have brought, because they come very cool, calm, nice and loving and appreciative and so on, you know, and of course cooperative. But when the true character manifests itself, then of course it's a different story.
God.
And that is the reality. What are you gonna do?
Oh God, but
you win some, you lose some.
I ain't gonna lie now. Your ex-wife, she did like cutlass and knife and thing, boy, and bottle. Oh God.
Well, that's what make up my mind to bust out and go on. Let me not say how, but it's the first time I could say they say that knife. It's the first time I see a knife looking like a cutlass.
Oh God, Lennox Smith, you give a lot of people a laugh there, boy. Boy, real people, boy. Only boy.
What's mine? I know she planned for me. I don't know what happened there. It's a special minted chopping device. But when I see that, I said, not me, and I never went back. I never went back. I don't even want to say what method I used to get to the ground floor. Let me repeat. I don't want to say what method I used to get to the ground floor.
When I go tell earlier, Lennox jumped and dived through the window. Lennox dived through the window. After that dive through that window, that was it. Lennox never looked back after that. He had to dive through a window to get away from that ex-wife, you know. Dive through the window, you know. In the boxers, you know.
I planned so much to get away that I always had I leave the car door open and a key in the car, because I know she will look to take the key that is available. So when I see that, Papa, I make my exit speedily and quickly, and in the car, gone and never look back.
Oh God! Oh, your laugh is very good. Laugh is healthy.
Oh yes,
laughter is healing.
That's good therapy. That's good therapy.
Olia, so until tomorrow morning, please, God. Yes. I'll come on and sign up, feel better and better again in all the company. Same time, same place. Thanks so much. You all could have chosen anywhere else to lock on. You all lock on the Gong Report. Thanks for your patience. Holding on for the little while. Lennox Smith, you thanks so much too for also holding on and handling your stories. Oh boy. So only until tomorrow morning, please God. Don't forget tonight, Corridor Transformation, your studio Lennox Smith at 8 o'clock. Yes, so look out for it. So until tomorrow, we are out of here.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.